As the day begins, a news hits us all and astonishes us. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Blast the Draft, presented by Nodvin Gaming. I'm going to be your host and caster, Necro John. Alongside with me on the panel is going to be iSuper Johnny. And of course, as I mentioned, a news hit us and astonished us, and that is going to be VRN's opponent, which was supposed to be Mystic. They forfeited their game. That means VRN, they're going to get a 2-0 scoreline added up in the overall standings.
Yeah, and this is quite an interesting start to the day already, considering these two rounds put VRN right next to Mid, who are about to play the very next game against Paradox. So out of nowhere, Mid now have been put in a position where they need to win this matchup in order to move up ahead in towards the Super 6. And that is what is going to be exciting about the end of the day as well. I mean, today we will have a clear idea which teams move forward in the Super 6 and who will get left behind.
Well, let's move on and look at the schedule to find out which matchup is going to be the one to kick things off today. It's going to be Paradox versus Mid. As you mentioned, now Mid is going to be in that fragile spot because VRN, they just won their first matchup against Mystic.
Yeah.
Or pretty much Mystic forfeited their matchup against VRN. That's why VRN won that game with a 2-0 scoreline. But once again, for some reason, I'm not really worried for Mid. They've got some of the best players in the lineup. HSB, you've also got Soulmate, then you've also got a couple of more legends in that lineup. In general, CM has been dominating recently, and I feel like even when it comes to Paradox, they're not really going to stand that good of a chance against CM. But let's move on and look at Paradox's lineup. We've seen this team perform for a long time inside of the competition. It's going to be Cheyenne, Alone Guy, Ayan, Ackerman, and Smashborn.
I do agree with what you said about Mid being the heavy favorites in the matchup today, because Paradox, I mean, there's a lot that was left to be desired from their matches. The only map they won was one on the first day when they were facing Team Mystic, and right now they sit dead last in the overall ranking. So the struggle was there throughout their journey in the group stages, but maybe today they can redeem themselves. And if they end up winning, I mean, it's going to be tough, because that puts Mid in a very difficult.
It indeed does. I mean, especially with how Paradox has been playing recently, their form has been completely deactivated from the game. And that's been a big concern for them. They've been getting demolished by all the other opponents, and they're just not able to find that groove and momentum. While you speak of CM, they've been winning all their recent games. The only series they lost was the first ever series inside of the tournament. Later on, they have been dominating the complete good scoreline. HSP, Sad But True, Soulmate, Bono, Rocky. How can you forget Bono? This man has been performing consistently for the team, and when you speak about HSP, he's been winning 90% of the duels.
Yeah, I mean, definitely it's been quite impressive. And again, I mean, this was expected from HSB, from players like Soulmate. You expect them to be consistent, you expect them to be deadly, but again, a new addition to the team. I think Sad But True has been very impressive with how he's been able to perform. And as we were talking about Mid and their recent form, I think one of the most surprising results we witnessed was that 2-0 against Team WahWah, the team that was invited directly to the group stages, and it was two convincing maps that Mid were able to take away from them, a 13-8 on Mirage and a 13-7 on Ancient. So it was exciting to see that matchup, but today I think their second last game, that is that one advantage that they have, the side of Mid, that they have one more match happening off broadcast tomorrow. So unless Paradox end up winning this series 2-0, they do not really put any real pressure on Mid. If they win 2-0 though, then Mid, they're gonna need a clear win tomorrow, and then they move on to the Super 6. But let's see how things are going to turn out. I mean, we still have an exciting match of Counter-Strike ahead of us. I'm pretty sure that is definitely going to be delivered upon from both these sides.
That's for sure. Look at VRN score 3-5, CM with 6-2. VRN, unfortunately, they don't stand a ground against Mid at this point because they just have a massive lead in the overall standings. Even Mystic is all the way at the bottom. Paradox, even at this point, for them, is just going to be a consolation match. So for CM, they know they're going to be playing with no pressure whatsoever. WahWah 6-2, and then BOYZ is currently at the top, just dominating everyone. But still, WahWah was one of those teams that was dominating from the initial phase. Yes, we have seen a little bit of that drop off in the performance, but it's still completely fine as long as you're going to keep yourself in the Super 6. And for now, they are over there. No one's going to be moving them or shaking them from that spot. Let's move on and look at the map veto. It's going to be an important icebreaker to find out which are going to be the maps we're going to be stepping in on.
I think considering it is Paradox and Mid, Mirage I'm expecting is definitely going to be there. Apart from that, I'm worried about the decider. Either Mirage is going to be first pick or second maybe, because both of these teams have played quite a lot of that map. Unless come mid, they have a special surprise prepared for us. Are they going to take Mirage out? No, they don't. Vertigo is banned out, and I think Paradox, they're going to just go for that Mirage pick instantly.
Of course.
And then the decider, of course, Anubis.
Oh wow, Anubis? This is my first time casting this map on the Blast, so I'm super excited for Anubis. I mean, you have of course seen Anubis being played in the past in the open quals as well, but now I'm super excited to see Anubis over here. I just want to see what the game style is going to be looking like. And if I'm not wrong, it's also going to be a comfort zone for CM somewhere down the line. So once again, CM, when you try to compare Indian and Pakistan region, CM sort of goes hand to hand with True Rippers in my opinion. The players are mechanically super skilled, they've got a lot of experience as well, but if you try to compare WahWah, they remind me of God's Reen. So we've got a little bit of a comparison over here when it comes to the similarity of the play styles and stuff, but you never know. When we're going to see these teams face off against each other in the Super 6, it's going to be super fun.
Yeah, definitely it's going to be quite exciting. I mean, as you drew parallels between the two sides, I think it is going to be exciting to see what they do against each other, because both these two, the teams from India have a completely different play style. The teams from Pakistan a little bit more technical. On the Indian side, we do see a lot of reactive plays being made, decisions being made on the fly, no set strategies as such. But it will be interesting to see what preparation they bring, because there is going to be a little bit of a gap before the Super 6 matches eventually begin. But, I mean, as you were talking about Anubis in this map veto, Necro, I have to say I'm a little bit more excited about Mirage, because both these two teams, as I mentioned, that is that common ground for them. On Anubis, I do agree with you though, come mid, they are going to have that slight edge, but maybe if Paradox just take this Mirage one-sided, we're going to see an exciting game on that second map as well.
I mean, look, there's a reason why Anubis was not banned out in the first place, even by Paradox. So maybe they're ready to face off their opponents on Anubis. You never know what's going on. Maybe they have been playing a lot of Anubis in the recent scrims. They are pretty much prepared.
True.
They've got something new to pull out. And considering Anubis is one of the newer maps, especially in the South Asian region, not a lot of polite players like to play it. So maybe there's a chance CM are not prepared for what Paradox is going to pull out, or vice versa. Anything can happen. So many speculations can happen in general. But as you mentioned, Mirage is going to be like that basic ground, the classic grounds. Both these teams are going to face off on Mirage. They know how each other play. Pretty much CM, they like to play on complete of their mechanics, while the opponent, which are going to be Paradox, for them, nothing's working out. Neither their mechanics are working out that well, neither their tactical approach inside of the game's been working out that well. So for Paradox, at this point, you just got to cross your fingers and hope for the best.
Yeah, I think that might be the only option, but Paradox, we can't really take them away, anything away from them. I mean, as you were drawing parallels between Calm Mid and the side of True Rippers, I think Paradox, for me, they are going to be the side of Fired Up Gaming. You can always expect a wildcard performance out of them, and it is going to be exciting to see what they bring to the table today as well. I mean, considering they knew they were going to face off Calm Mid eventually, and especially with people like Soulmate and HSB, you've seen these lads play for so long, you know what their instincts are inside of the game, in which moments they're going to try and be a little bit more aggressive. And I think Paradox, maybe if the preparation is right, they can walk away with a potential 2-0 from this series. Because, I mean, one thing is for sure, Pakistan, over here, we have noticed the teams are a little bit more closely matched, unless you're talking about Come Mid in certain matchups and WahWah in a certain few.
I mean, once again, we've been speaking of HSB and Soulmate for a really long time, which is understandable. We've seen those guys in front of our eyes for a really long time and compete inside of the professional scene. But we cannot forget to mention Bono. In the recent performances, this man has been dominating the opponent single-handedly. He's been manhandling them, in fact. So Bono as well should be on the top over there, right next to HSB, because even his performance inside of the game has been phenomenal. Even Rocky somewhere down line. On the CT side, he's really proactive. He's really reactive as well sometimes. So in general, even Rocky can bring out so much value. Every single player from the side of CM, they know when to step it up, they know when to notch it up, and that's the best part about that. They've got the mechanical skills and they know how to rely on top of that.
That is definitely true, and I think they have backed up all of the hype that was there about this lineup before we came to the group stage. I mean, we saw them in the open qualifiers, and of course They did quite well for themselves over there, but group stages we knew were going to be a completely different ordeal, and yet come mid, they've showed up quite nicely. I mean, every single matchup apart from that first one was quite exciting to witness. They have had a 2-0 again and again. But I wonder, now that makes me wonder, Necro, what went wrong when they were going up against Park Boys on day number 1?
That makes me wonder as well. Now, there's only two possibilities. We know what HSB is. He is a naughty man. One thing is for sure, that maybe HSB had something to do, and HSB was like, you know what, guys? Let's just take this matchup a little bit light. It's okay if we lose. Next time, we're going to make a comeback. It's happened once in the past, if you remember. Not exactly in this game, in some other game. It's happened once in the past, if you remember. HSB's done that. So he might have pulled the same thing once again, or maybe Pack Boys just proved the opponents completely unparalleled. But for now, we're going to step inside of the map of Mirage, as we've got 4 players only from the side of CM, and then we've got 5 players from Paradox, and the game's going to start. A 5v4 is going to be upcoming.
Right off the bat, a struggling start for the side of Com Mid, as Rocky is the one who's missing. But let's see, it's a 2-2 setup. 2 players on that A side with deep control in Palace. And as we talk about B, well, there's just one man, Sad But True, jump peeking the T-Apps. Can get some support from B short, but it's going to be interesting to see what Paradox decide and how they want to engage. A few pop flashes, and they're going to decide to move in towards that B side. There's the flash. They do get the entry. The CT is still there, and Sad But True. Nice way to kick things off. The first kill on Ackerman, and Alan finding the trade. A quick plant as well.
That's all he's going to find. HSB towards short. It's a 3v4, and it's doable. If they keep on finding headshots like that, it's now starting to cause a big problem for the CTs. And slowly but steadily, the T's are of course closing their grips around the necks of the opponent, and just like that, it's going to be Paradox to kick things off.
And this time it was a little bit more than just numbers advantage that Paradox played with. I mean, the execute itself, while it might have looked simple, I think it was a little bit more about the crossfires on the post plant that helped them clean up that round quite easily. A nice little entry found by Bono as he was trying to exit market onto the side, but as soon as it fell to player tucked on the right corner, no trade coming in. Timeout called by Team Paradox. I believe just to see if Rocky can come back in the meanwhile. Nice start for Team Paradox, though, you have to say, on the pistol round.
Yeah, I mean, 4v5, you can't really expect a lot. And I guess somewhere down the line, even CM, they've used their tactical timeout. So that's why they cannot really wait for Rocky anymore. Even their technical timeout's being used. And that's why Paradox now are pulling out timeouts over and over again for CM's 5th man to be back. Which is, of course, a good thing. Even the opponent's helping you out somewhere down the line. But this 4v5... it's going to hurt CM. It's really going to hurt CM. So CM needs to do something and pull themselves back out of this entire scenario. If they're not going to be able to do so, well, play a 4v5. We've seen this happen once in the past. It's time to prove once again.
We've seen a team win a 4v5 as well.
Yeah.
That's what's interesting about it. And I mean, if you are on the losing end of things in a 4v5, if you sit there with a man advantage and yet you end up losing the matchup, that triggers you. So it can be quite tilting for Team Paradox if they end up losing this. But I mean, it is Paradox. I mean, it shouldn't be too difficult for them to actually secure this map as quickly as possible, or at least while Rocky's not here, gain as big of a lead as you can against Come Mid. Should be an easy round. They have the better buy, a lot of utility to work with on the side of Come Mid. No armor as well. Just that one Deagle upgrade on HSB.
Off the bat, aggressive start towards mid. And Sean's able to find a headshot onto HS. CM, they're probably going to get mowed down as usual, considering they've got no better weaponry to back themselves up. A good flick onto Bono. So yeah, that's it. 2 players left over. Nothing can be done at this point. It's all down to Sad but
Yeah.
True. With a P250 in his hands, he reveals his position. A lone guy's probably going to peek out of the smoke and catch him.
Not a lot to be done from the side of Commit in this round. I mean, complete map control given to Paradox. They were trying to rely on numbers. Just see if they can find those trades for each other in mid with the USPs. But then, Paradox, as we mentioned, I mean, not a lot of work for them. Is that first skill in market, complete B-side control in their hands. Now is when things can get a little bit more interesting. You have the buys coming in from the side of Mid, who have taken a tactical timeout now. What do you think they can actually do in a 4v5 to at least show some signs of resistance, or at least steal a few rounds away from Paradox?
In a 4v5, just go for the aim duels, straight up. HSB, his aim duels have been looking phenomenal. So you might as well just try to go for that. As soon as you get the first man down, that's it. The man number's nullified. But this is something you would not want to do. Rocky's back inside of the game, so that's really good news, Johnny. Rocky back in the lobby. CM's gonna feel great. But then someone else leaves. Wow. Soulmate, come back, please.
It's one or the other. Anyways, I think even this round is pretty much done and dusted. You have HSB and Bono with no other option left than to save the M4s, but they're also stuck.
Oh no. I think
Nah,
so
that's
even...
Soulmate. He's just AFK.
Yeah. Oh no, this is not good. Soulmate was AFK. HSB catches a bit of hurt through the smoke with that nade. So yeah, this counter reaction this time is now starting to fall apart. They cannot really go for the defense that well. Even the retake's not going to be possible. That's why you see them slowly and steadily fading away. But the problem is,
Save the M4.
HSB is stuck over there. But no, he finally finds an escape route, so he just runs away for his life.
Yeah. Bono backing off over there was quite critical. I mean, almost lost the M4 on stairs. HSB jumping around and he apps knows it's going to be difficult for the players from the side of Paradox to get to him, but important save that last round. At least with Rocky back in the picture, maybe they can pull some shenanigans off, steal around away from Paradox. Come here, I mean, one thing that we've yet to see them try is just play 2 players on either sides with a little bit of split on mid. 1 player on B short, 1 player on connector. Just try and deal with that mid presence of Team Paradox every single round.
And especially considering CM, they do not really have one man. Once again, they will be getting that extra bit of economy. But it's really not enough to hold them. Sad but True's got no money. 2,900. He's probably going to go for a deagle buy, maybe light armor. But then Rocky, same thing can be said for him. HSB and Bono, they already had the M1 saved, but they need to go huge in this upcoming round. If they don't, well, it's going to fall apart. Because they have to be the playmakers. They're the only ones that are giving hope for the entire team. HSB drops out M1 to Sad but True, and Rocky pulls out the FAMAS. So once again, all the 4 players, they're stacked up. Let's see what they can do.
It's not going to be easy for sure, though. Here we go. This time, Paradox, they switch things up. Instead of going through mid, they're just going all in through A main. Oh, they thought this was going to be an easy side for them. A little bit of resistance from the side of Com mid. Bono finding the second, looking for the third. Fails to connect. Important trade coming for Team Paradox.
The flank through connector can catch one player off guard. The timing could have been bad. But yeah, just like that, they come out on top. Man advantage, everything in their hands. Bono almost could have pulled it back. HSB's not finding that activation just yet. His scoreline's 1-3, which is not something you see from the side of HSB. But yeah, he needs to wake himself up as soon as possible. He needs to get a couple of those bloods in his hands. When he does, he's probably going to feel warmed up. But once again, they're going to have enough money to buy back up on the board. So it's all good in the hood.
Not a lot of hope for come mid. We can't even blame them at this point. It's just unlucky not having that fifth player in the initial stage of the game. And Paradox now at this point just control this map completely. Economy looking quite solid on, well, 3 of the players. They know this time again, just that extra bit of cash in the hands of come mid is going to allow them to buy again in this round with the aggression on mid. Backfires. Bono finds at least one.
Yeah, I mean, these trades are really not helping CM. Especially on CT, now they need to play on retake. There's a man towards ticket booth. His position gets compromised. He's spotted. But 2 players from the side of CM, they strike back in a really heavy fashion. And now it's a 3v2. Guessing game begins. Even towards stairs, another man gets caught. Bono's going massive towards connector, peeks out. And just like that, Bono seals the deal.
A kill from TV room and another one on top of mid. And Paradox, I think, just gambled everything on that A execute, thinking there were going to be a few players B. And the new Bono was going to be on mid. But still, as you mentioned, Necro, that one man staying alive for so long on the tool booth. And getting that kill as well onto its side, making things extremely easy for come mid. Nice setup. A nice rotation coming in from Bono as he fell back through connector. Found the second onto stairs. At least they get themselves on the board come mid, but as we mentioned, Paradox too much cash to work with. Again, a full buy across the board, apart from Sai, who's going to have to work with the Galil.
He's back. Oh, no.
And Soulmate comes back.
I feel bad for Paradox now. Oh, it's going to be decimation.
Wow. Yeah, it can be, for sure.
It will be. Just watch. Now CM are going to start winning rounds back-to-back. Even though Soulmate does not have anything bought out, Paradox will just use Soulmate as a bait on the A site. And that'll go huge. You see, Soulmate is the only one who's pushed all the way towards Palace. And he's tucked himself in that corner. Utilities out towards mid. Bono just went for at least one person to peek out. HSB peeks out, wins that duel. And once again, now it's starting to feel himself. Utilities out as well towards A, making sure no one's going to have that extra bit of info or the intel they need. A lone guy stuck towards main. He can't do anything.
Ooh.
Bono finds that kill. And now this op starting to convert into a massive win condition. A 3v5. And the players of Paradox, all they can do is just wait for their demise.
They're waiting outside B for so long, and they have a lot of utility left upon them as well. Just need a single flash timed perfectly, and they can take control of that B side for free. That's the first. There's the second. I can get on side with Sadber True along with HSB. They are all set, and here comes the fight. HSB traded out. Sadber True, he gets picked off as well. A 1v3. Can Ayan clutch this? It's going to be tough.
Ayan going for the plant. The CTs have a chance to peek out. It's a 3v1, and still CM's playing so safe because they know Soulmate's on the lurk. From the back, Soulmate's probably going to catch the man in the front. He should not drop just yet. Have some patience. He drops down, gives his position away, and from the back, it's a bullet to the dome.
Yeah, Ayan too distracted by the players who jumped out of market. Fails to hear Soulmate as he dropped from balcony, and a nice little round coming for come mid. And not just that, look at that. The man just came back after being AFK for a few rounds. Gets the last kill of this one and steals the AK away as well. As you mentioned, Necro, as soon as all 5 of them are together, things are going to look tough for Paradox.
It's sad, but it's true. What is he drinking?
coffee, I guess.
I like that cup. Unfortunately, his camera feed isn't too soft. But Paradox, size camera not active. I don't want to see another tactical timeout.
Yeah. Let's see. I mean, it's turning out to be quite an exciting game. I mean, because of how things started. 4v5 in the first few rounds for side mid, and Paradox walking away with a few easy rounds. But as soon as that fifth man arrives, they start hitting back. Just being able to get that lead on mid.
Yeah.
A little bit
Well,
of
Johnny,
aggression towards
even Johnny's now
Paradox
starting to
is
face
denying
him.
every ball we find.
Oh, man.
Hey, I'm back, I think.
Yeah, Johnny's facing some technical issues himself. Maybe he lives in Soulmate's house. What's going on, Johnny?
I don't know. Maybe we have the same ISP.
Yeah. Well, for now, it's a fiery rush towards the site. A lot of nades in the front, and the man gets caught. No way to escape out of that apartments area. Even a good Molotov's gonna chip out so much damage towards the B site. It's on a complete lockdown. Two of the players get caught. Unfortunately, the spray transfer is in there, but it's completely fine. Still, the players will be caught. Another man towards the truck. Nade being just thrown out, and Bono gets that kill. Too easy for CM at this point.
Yeah, they just mow them down before their feet hit the ground. What a quick round coming from the side of Come Mid, and Paradox. I mean, we did see that consolation kill on a lone guy towards the end, but what does that accomplish? I think they wanted to hit B as quickly as possible, but Bono going big in that one moment, improving. Too difficult to deal with, but let's see. Important buy round for the side of Paradox. Fighting for mid.
I think so. The smoke missed towards nest. No, it didn't. Nice smoke.
But look at that. The counter aggression from Soulmate and Palace backfires. They do get some info but lose a player.
Yeah. And it's a push towards B. You can see towards the apartment's entrance. There's the C4. And slowly and steadily, they're starting to discover a couple of more places. HSB's gonna have a duel in his hands, but he needs to back away quickly enough. It's going to be a wide swing from the T's to clear this angle out. And they're just waiting around the corner. HSB as well, just showcasing a lot of patience. And somewhere downline, Ackerman knows someone's holding that corner too. He's not peeking out just yet, waiting for those flashes to pop. And as soon as that happens, HSB, he finds the first duel in his hands. He gets them down. But unfortunately, he's not going to be able to follow it up. But Rocky on the opposite side, even he gets a kill. That's a solid news.
Look at how quickly the CTs have rotated to defend this B side before Paradox even realized Bono is already in market, and sad but true, he is on site itself. They do deny the plant initially. The push from B short just shuts everything down completely. Nice defense from Come Mid.
All he can say is CM, they're just proving the players of Paradox unparalleled at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was
this
the equalizer
5v5
of the game as well.
This 5v5 is really not panning out that well for them. And yeah, Bono with the SOP has been a menace. And once again, he pulls it out. Tech 9's in the hands of Paradox. This is going to make the round even more tougher to win. And Paradox's economy is in shambles once again. They will have money to buy in the upcoming round, but they cannot keep on losing the streak of rounds just like that. Oh my god.
Soulmate kicked things off nicely. 2 kills from Palace.
It's done.
Yeah, it was done. before it even began. Nothing but Tech 9s in the hands of Paradox. Not a lot they could have done. I think the only way they could have made it work was with a few brilliant flashes and just running through A main.
Did you see? He was on the ladder, and when he went up the ladder, he saw Tech 9 in front of him. And then he unfortunately got stuck under Palace, but when he went back up on the ladder, the Tech 9 was gone. And there was a flash grenade on the ground. Magic.
Oh. HSB is feeling confident now that his teammate is back.
Of course. And not just that. He's also gonna win the duels too. Just keep on watching, I told you. First one won, second one's gonna be on the way soon enough. HSB, the composure that he can keep, even though he's pushing up close and personal against the T's itself, it's incredible. And now even Sad But True trying to pull off the same thing. HSB from the underpass, Sad But True from the short. It's a double peek from both the sides. If you decide to peek out, it's gonna lead to your demise. And a double nade and a Molotov. HSB finds that kill. Beautiful utilization of the utilities. A pop flash from Ayan towards top mid. It's really not going to do anything. Instead, it's just going to give his position away. And just like that, it's a complete mode down from CM.
So much aggression down mid. Initially, Soulmate getting that first kill of the round, but HSB was hiding in underpass. Jumped window as soon as the round began, went towards underpass, and then just stayed there. Paradox did not expect the second player to peek underpass, lost one more, and HSB, I think the bonus for him came when he was able to pick off Sai, who was coming for HSB from the TV room stairs. After that, I mean, Paradox, they were just stuck in mid. Especially that player on cart. Nowhere left to go. Look at this, the Molotov is gonna push him back. And again, going for that mid control and taking fights aggressively. Come mid. I feel now, since all five of them are there, putting on a display for Paradox as to what could have happened in the first few rounds of the game as well.
Good pass. Nice. Teamwork is the dream work. And HSB knows that he anyways goes for the duel, so you might as well toss on the utilities to your teammate. Good job. Soulmate slowly and steadily clearing out complete mid. Now the confirmation's given away to his teammates that mid's clear. There's one man towards main, but the C4 slowly and steadily working its way around towards B. And Ayan, even he's going to go for the re-clear towards apartments. He's going to find that re-clear. No one in the clotheslines, but there's a man holding an off angle in the name of Sad But True. Good Molotov towards Van. Spots out the first. And just like that, both of them, they just crumbled down. Last man towards main. I highly doubt it's going to stand any chance against Rocky, because Rocky's in general got the advantage. And also two players on the site. That means a lone guy is not going to stand any chance, as I mentioned.
This is looking tougher and tougher with every single moment that goes by. Now the situation is completely different from how it started. Come mid with a heavy advantage, a lot of money in the bank. Last round of the first half. Look at that, they're just dropping everything on the floor. Use whatever you please, lads.
Roll. Yeah, roll.
And I think Paradox still have an opportunity. Good buy coming in from their side. A few good flashes and smokes to cover up. Maybe Jungle Connector and
like
CT.
this.
They could have taken the A side for free, but no. All of them are stuck
like
on A
this.
main. Nowhere left to go. Rocky and Soulmate just mowing down the entirety of Paradox. A lone guy. Last man left. And not anymore.
No way. Well, I mean, Paradox, it was just complete desperation on the board. They were desperate to get the round. They pushed up A main, and they got nothing done. They couldn't even step inside of the site. That's how rough it got. So yeah, CM, the domination we expected is currently there on the map of Mirage. Now just imagine what's going to happen when they step inside Anubis.
Well, let's see. I mean, yesterday as well, we expected things to be completely one-sided, but on certain maps, the matchups were extremely close. And I think I expect the same from Paradox, or maybe I'm expecting too much. Because Mirage is where I hope to see the most from them, but now since Soulmate and Rocky, both of them are here, Paradox, they're struggling a little too much. A timeout taken just before the pistol round. I wonder what the discussion is going to be like.
Now look, I might be sounding pretty BOYZ over here, pretty BOYZ, that I'm just, you know, completely favoring one team, but I'm just sticking to the stats. And I'm just speaking the facts. The stats say that CM are pretty much miles better than Paradox. And that's what they've been proven. When it comes to the individual performance, every single player has been doing pretty good. When it comes to the stats inside of the tournament, even CM has been performing phenomenally well even there. While Paradox, they have been struggling from the start of the tournament. So the stats say that CM is completely better than Paradox. But you never know. We have seen a lot of those upsets coming. And maybe an upset will be waiting for us on the horizon.
Well, let's see, the pistol round underway. Molotov, 2 smokes and a flash for Commit to work with. They're going for the A hit. The man up close, Rocky can be in trouble. Needs to win that first duel, and if they do, this execute is going to be extremely easy for Commit to start things off. Here's the side entry. The man in Palace taken down. And Rocky leading the charge quite nicely for his team, to be honest. There's the second, looking for the third. Find it.
Yeah, Rocky's just straight up gunning it down, stuffing the barrel in their mouths. There's a dual Paretas all the way back towards CT. A big blunder from the side of Commit this time, and they will need to pay the price for that. Over aggressing towards the CT spawn, and they will definitely need to pay the price for that mistake. Ackerman, a beautiful 3K to save the day for his team.
What a round for this lad. And as you mentioned, all that aggression from the side of Commit backfiring upon them. They were looking so confident when they got on side. I was surprised. I mean, I thought all of them were just going to run towards Ackerman together. And now it makes me think maybe they should have gone for it.
They pull out of force, though. Still, the threat's not gone. It's not nullified completely. And if this force is being won by CM, for Paradox, once again, they're back to ground zero. Their economy is going to be shambles.
Yeah. Let's see how they plan to make this work. Again, looking to fight for mid. They're going to face some resistance from Connector, as Ayan is there present, but he's going to wait for this to be a little bit closer to him, considering he's playing with that SMG. Commit, you have to give them props. I mean, they're very efficient with their utility. Look at this, the execute begins, finding the first kill.
The trades are now starting to happen back and forth. It's a 2v3 advantage in the hands of CM. And these Khalils are really starting to tap away. They're finding those heads, and even the man peeks out through vents, which was not supposed to happen. But hey, CM, just like that, once again, they have a quick stroll on the A site, and they get the round secured. This time, a little bit of variation when it comes to the hit.
Rocky has been doing a pretty phenomenal job finding all of these trades. Even in this round, I mean, I thought the man towards shot would cause a lot more trouble than he did. Would have potentially found 2 kills, but Rocky instantly shutting him down. And then HSB finding his man on tool booth. Again, another important kill of that round. And as you mentioned, Necro, I mean, economy reset for Paradox. Mid, they should have this time, but no, the aggression towards mid. Do they account for this? A little bit. No goes big. 3 kills on the board.
It's a massacre towards mid. And all the players, they just fall down like that. There's a man towards the A site. Ayan's getting hunted. He might just find an advantage.
Oh no!
He caught the man off guard, but he misses all the shot. He turns around, connects the shots onto Rocky. He misses the easiest shots, and then he hits a tough shot.
It got a little awkward, man. I'm not gonna lie. It was extremely awkward. You have the CT peeking you from jungle, and then there was Rocky with that Molotov in his hand, like, hey, bro, what am I supposed to do with this now? And both of them took
me, I
a
would have
second
thrown it
to
onto him.
decide.
I would have tried to hit the man with the Molotov.
It should have been the ideal play, but no. Decide to settle with guns.
Oh, man towards connector. Could have had the good timing. Ayan gets caught. Over aggression doesn't pay off. The players are on a complete eco. Double digits on the board for the opponents. And HSB is going to find a quick stroll towards the B site. No one's even going to be able to stop this man. Ooh, but a man towards main gets caught. AK lost. HSP with two quick taps on the skull with the Khalil. He's looking for to line him up once again. But Sai, with just a USP in his hand, he shuts down the man in the front. And the AK spray as well finds another man, which is in the name of Sai. Towards Palace is the AK. They're going for the save, but somewhere down line, CM knows that even if it's going to be the AK save, but they will still get 11 rounds on the board. That means they just need one more after this to make it to the match point.
I think things could have been different for Paradox had HSB not found those 2 kills on A side from all the way from B short. I think their intentions, they expected Mid to hunt them down as soon as they got that C4 plant on B side, but they were hoping for the fact that they would still have numbers as Mid came to hunt this AK and they would be able to recover at least 2 more weapons, but that wasn't really the case. Shayan now surviving all alone in the Palace. Bono and Rocky still on the hunt, and Rocky finds the kill. Nothing given to Paradox in this round. Hey, he dropped his camera.
AWP in the hands of Ayan. And just look at this. Unfortunate. Yeah, 5-7s has been the ultimate value catcher.
True.
Is that even a word? Value catcher?
Value catcher? No, I don't think so.
Or value maker. I don't even know. You know what? As long as you get the point, that's all that matters. But, ooh. Pixel peaks from both the sides. Ackerman towards short. He backs away in the nick of time. That's a good news, because there were 2 nades sailing in towards short. Another man has tucked himself quite deep towards the main side. CM, they've got no clue. The A control is completely in hands of CT far. There's a man towards Palace. He might just find the timing. There's another man in the front lines. The crosshair's not trained, and a lone guy this time's not going to be left alone in the end.
There was so much map control in the hands of Mid. And Paradox, they get too eager to gather information, get over aggressive towards mid and A main. They pay a heavy price for that. And alone guy and Shan all picked off. No losses to mid yet. And look at this, here's the hunt again. The charge needs to be careful. Fine Sai. What a way to win that duel. Last man left, Ackerman. And if they lose this, the last round is going to be so brutal for the side of Paradox. Nothing but SMGs in their hands. Oh! Well, he does manage to survive. He's desperate to save that M4.
Yeah, but
Mid, they're even more desperate to get this weapon out of his hands.
They know the upcoming round's going to be the last round. Good moment.
Yeah.
But he still wins that duel, but he gets burned to death. Incinerated from the game. Once again, as you mentioned, the players of CM, they're just getting too much map control. And that needs to be stopped. How do you stop that? Be proactive yourself. Try to go for those proactive angles. Try to go for those proactive peaks. Use the utilities to stop the terrorists in the act. And just be a little bit more aggressive. Just stop them from getting the map control. But that's something we're not seeing from the side of Paradox.
Paradox is, to be honest, Paradox is trying to make those plays, but the problem is they're trying to do it individually, not as a team. No one is supporting each other. We see them try to take aggressive fights all alone. I mean, if you are pushing A main, at least one of the teammates can follow up with a little bit of utility or maybe just commit alongside. We've never seen that happen. It's always been individual pushes down Palace, individual pushes in mid, individual plays being attempted down A main. Oh, this could be interesting.
Weird.
It's taken out.
It's been a while since I've seen that gun being used. But yeah, HSB pulls out the AK once again, and he just starts stabbing the skulls. One more man to go. A lone guy once again alone on the map. And as he keeps on exploring, as he keeps on being Dora the Explorer, soon enough his head's gonna be cut off.
Yeah, it's 1, 2, 3, it's over.
Oh, maybe not.
Survives for a second.
Now it will.
took an extra second, but the result still remains the same. What we expected from the start, come mid. Well, they were majority of the time they were just mid. So the challenge that was laid out at the start of the game went through. An amazing win. I mean, we started off with a struggle as Rocky wasn't there, Soulmate wasn't there. Yeah.
Listen, forgive me, but for some reason, Dora the Explorer just popped up in my mind, and I just started imagining the CS version of it. Imagine, Dora says, "Can you guys see where the C4 is planted?"
See, that's one of my teammates every game.
Can you guys see where the A side is on the map? Okay, I gotta stop. but anyways, it was come mid to come out on top, of course, and
Yeah.
it's something we all expected. It's something we all knew, and once again, a complete dominating affair. Now we're going to move on forward on the map of Anubis. As I mentioned, the players who see him on the T side just had too much map control. They just had too much advantage. The only way you could have stopped that is be a little bit more proactive, have those reactive plays. And by reactive plays, I mean it also includes team play. And unfortunately, we did not really see a lot of that team play come through.
Exactly, and I mean, another way about it would be to get Soulmate or Rocky to disconnect again. Because those were the only rounds where we saw Paradox actually have some control in the game, where Combat did not have their entire team inside of the server. Once all of them were together, they knew their setups were going to work out. And look at the amount of support the players from the side of Combat give each other. You are not going to see them force those fights when one of them is going to be alone. They always back each other up, because of which we did see them dominate a lot of these engagements in the first half and in the second half as well.
I mean, now the hopes and the eyes are just going to be onto Anubis. Even CM, let's be honest, they're not going to be as prepared. So
Yeah,
there's
true.
a chance there will be a lot of holds that you can try to abuse. But as we do have the scoreboard in front of us, Cheyenne with 12, Ackerman with 12, these guys were performing pretty well. But then Sai, unfortunately, with only 4 kills, was not able to put a lot on the table. While you look at CM, of course, Pono was on 22 kills, but then the rest of the teammates, they were on the equal page. So as I mentioned, every single player from CM, they were in form. And that's why they're just able to decimate the opponents in such a good fashion.
Yeah, and I think this form of theirs is going to continue on to the next map, but here we have the comparison of two of the best players from either side, and yes, the difference in individually best performing players is also massive. And again, I mean, Bono, you mentioned this at the start of the series, he is just on a tear right now as far as the group stages of the draft is considered.
Yeah, I mean, Bono, as I mentioned, from the side of CM, he has been popping off, and once again, he does the same thing. He's been winning a lot of his duels. He's also been able to play with his teammates in quite a good fashion. He's also good with opping, so that's another plus point. He's pretty much like an all-rounder inside of the team, and if you've got Bono underneath your belt, one thing is for sure, you can trust him with any role. He's pretty good. He's pretty good with anything that you can assign him. So in general, Bono has been performing up to the mark. But ladies and gentlemen, as we know, the upcoming map of Anubis, it's going to be there, but after this short break. after the game of Mirage, now it's time to step inside of the deserty lands once again, but a different map, which is going to be Anubis. And of course, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to be a host and caster, Necro John, alongside with me on the panel is going to be Johnny, of course. And as I mentioned, the upcoming map is going to be the map of Anubis, much more of a newer map. Both these teams can be kept guessing, but I'm still guessing that in general, CM's going to have a much more of a heavier side or the advantage on this one.
Yeah, I think we can expect Commit to win this game, but the question is by how much. They already have a pretty nice round difference going in their favor, considering the 13-5 scoreline on Mirage as well. But if they manage to dominate Anubis, then it does pretty much solidify them as the team moving on forward with the Super 6 slot in hand. I mean, this map already pretty much guarantees it to them, but another map win is not going to feel too bad, to be honest.
Exactly. I mean, CM, they completely destroyed the players of Paradox, and now they're also going to have a better mindset moving inside of the map of Anubis. In general, we've seen these teams just go for those individual duels. So once again, the same thing's probably going to be seen in the map of Anubis. We're not really going to see proper of those smokes, those executions, but as long as you're winning those duels, that's all that's going to matter. HSB, Bono, they're in current complete form. So of course, one thing is for sure, Bono is going to be the man to move on forward, enter inside of the site. Rocky's going to be the one to back him up, and then HSB in the back is doing his job perfectly fine.
Exactly, and I mean, all of this just works out. They have a set game strategy, and that is all they want to play with. The side of Commit and Bono especially, I mean, the Danger Man, as we mentioned, it was clearly put on display on Mirage as well. Unless you shut him down first and foremost, the entire round is going to be down in jeopardy. And even in the late round stages, we saw multiple times Rocky and Soulmate stepping up quite nicely. Soulmate has been phenomenal, considering he's also the IGL for the team. I mean, a lot of pressure on his shoulders, but he delivers every single time.
Now, speaking of Paradox, they've got some of the good players, don't get me wrong. They've got Ayan, they've got Shayan, then you've also got another man called Ackerman. But the main problem is they're just not able to activate themselves in that good of a fashion. I've seen Ackerman play in the past. He's got some good mechanics, but unfortunately, Ackerman's just not able to find that groove in these games because HSB's not letting loose at all. Even Bono's not letting loose. As soon as you peek him out, they will just straight up dome you down. So the problem is he's just not able to find that sigh of relief in the game, and that's why he's not finding that activation. So once again, CM, they're trying to keep it as tight as possible. They're getting the map control in the hands, while the opponents, they're just not able to stop them from getting the map control. In general, once again, inside Anubis, mid's going to be abused. Even the double door's going to be abused, that's for sure. So they need to try and find a way, if they're on the CT side, to stop the players of Commit. If that's not going to be the case, then once again, map control, map advantage will be taken away by CM, and they will just win the round easily.
I mean, T side can be a troublesome situation as well, considering we keep talking about Bono, and he will definitely dominate those long-range duels down mid if he is set up properly, and can definitely be a massive point of concern for the side of Paradox. But let's see Paradox starting on the CT side, come mid on the T side, and here we go.
Off the bat, an aggressive push from CM towards the site. All the players just jumping in, but this time it's going to be quick taps on the skulls. The site's already entered, it's breached by Bono, and he's also finding some headshot. B-side's taken in the hands, HSB as well, quite deep, but Bono single-handedly keeping the CTs on his toes, and he's just shooting them down quite nicely. Mechanics on the point, or even Rocky's feeling himself. He gets a quick two-piece, and he gets the third one as well.
What a quick round. What a quick start from the side of Commit. Rocky definitely doing a lot of heavy lifting, and Bono and Rocky in tandem just finding all of those kills. A lot for Paradox to do. Good to execute from the side of Commit, and I believe, I mean, we did see them get quite comfy even on Mirage on the T side, and I believe it's going to be the same on Anubis. Not a lot changing this time. Again, a quick push towards B.
Off the bat, SMG stuffed in the face. And just like that, it's going to be Rocky to lead the charge. He's moving it forward. He's being unstoppable through the Molotov. HSB pushes up, and he gets that kill. It's just W key all over the place, and HSB gets the last man as well. It has to be a joke. There's no way. I understand it's an eco round, but still, getting disrespected like this, it's another level.
Well, let's see. I mean, Paradox also did not have a lot of hope from themselves in the previous round. They just all ran towards B main, trying to take an aggressive fight, and they knew what was going to happen to them. They missed a single shot and it was going to hurt them pretty badly, and it did. But now this is why it was all done so quickly, so that they could get their hands on those weapons. They have a proper buy to work with in this round. And Comet, they're not changing anything. A flash and they just run through towards the B side. The opening kill is going to be there. The second one found with the help of the molly.
Yeah. Even Ninja gets cleared out. The B side is just falling in their hands. And the players of Paradox are like the Lego piece. Just tumbling on top of each other. They just can't do anything. It's a chain reaction. The first man goes down, and as soon as that happens, the rest of them follow up. And once again, it's all down to a lone guy. Cannot even do anything in the palace. He was about to be knifed. Oh, sad but true. Unfortunately fails. I don't even know what he was trying to do there, but it's unfortunate. He was not able to get the knife in the hands. Has to be a joke. No way. He sneaked up right next to him towards Palace. And this in itself showcases the amount of awareness they have on the map of Anubis. That means they're just not prepared for this map.
Oh, man. I mean, with how it has started, things, it seems like come mid, they've just started to snowball right now. Two Eagles here and there for Paradox, and maybe at least with these upgrade pistols they can make the side of come mid bleed, but no early nades to clear out close, and then a few pop flashes. Ayan this time kicks things off quite nicely. HSB shut down, but it doesn't seem to matter.
No.
Rocky, what is that?
God.
Just B-hops to their face.
What am I watching, Johnny? It's just a complete rundown.
Oh.
You go towards Catwalk, you get a little bit of the overview at the site, and then you just move down in the site, just barrel stuff the CTs, and they just can't do anything. Bono towards Sniper Nest. He gets the last man down as well. This cannot be real. It's W Key at its finest. It's Necro at its finest.
Yeah, but it's not you, Necro. It's Rocky. With all of these phenomenal moves. Look at this.
They're copying my playstyle, I'm telling you.
Oh, man. That is just phenomenal. So much confidence in the players of CM. I think it's payback. Again, they go BB. All 4 rounds, they've done the exact same thing. The nade followed up with a flash. And then they push. Here we go.
B-rush. Oh, once again, the execute begins. There's a couple of players towards pillar and sight. Ninja gets spotted, shut down through the smoke towards Sniper Nest. There's a sniper. And Ayan finds the kill. I mean, at this point, the bomb's planted. What can you do? It's a 3v3. The site's in their hands. The site is completely smoked out. There's another man in the back lines, and Rocky's just looking forward to tap away. This flash can be good. We'll blind the man out, but Bona peeks out and gets the kill anyways. And now the rest 2 players trying to move in all the way back from street. This is looking a little bit tough. Last man outside of Palace, and even he will get screwed.
Yeah, with the AWP out of the picture, this retake has already been taken care of, and Aquaman is going to fall as well. 5-0. CM making quick work of Paradox, at least till now. No money in the bank. Well, not a lot of money in the bank, in fact. You're going to have a struggling buyer this time, making things extremely easy for CM. Again. I wonder, when will they stop? When will Paradox show at least some resistance on that B side, or will CM just win the first round with those B hits? Again, here they go. Yeah, it's the same.
Oh, this time we see some resistance. Oh my god, no way.
Do we see
resistance?
Way!
Oh my god, it was almost a spray down. It was almost a spray down. The only reason why they didn't get a lot of kills, CM didn't get a lot of kills, is because the catwalk was mollied, and that's why the players could not really get a general overview on the site. So
but
that was
look
good.
At this now. 3 players are low, and the C4 is still outside B.
Johnny,
if they get this flank, they can actually secure this round.
Yeah, but his position's compromised. They're not even shift walking, and Bono, the patience pay off, and towards Bridge, even Soulmate strikes down another man. No way. Once again, the same site falls apart, and Ayan and a lone guy both are quite low. 2 bullets, and the deal will be easily sealed. Towards Nest is Ayan. His position will be compromised. To outside of Palace, a lone guy's walking out. He stands no chance.
No utility on Paradox to actually commit for this retake. Well, there's the only smoke they had, forcing Soulmate to push, but he has a nice little crossfire in hand from main, and he still finds the kill. Round stolen already by the side of CM. Here's the cleanup from Bono. And again, as you mentioned, I mean, it was the fact that Paradox, I mean, making so much noise, so much information for CM to work with, and of course, Bono just staying outside B main for so long. I don't think they took that into account, that CM was going to get extremely cheeky all of a sudden.
Smokes out.
Oh, are they going mid now? Wow, finally.
Yeah. They're now going towards bridge, explore double doors, but Ackerman and Ayan, they've got it on lockdown. The entire push, it tumbles apart. And now, HSB and his teammate, Soulmate, will now look forward to back away. Soulmate, he finds the first crucial headshot. It's now going to take the situation down to a 3v2. There's a man towards the site, just present, slowly and steadily walking in. Oh, but even he gets caught towards heaven. Not that good of a news. They walked in from the Acon. They've got the A-site control. There's a flank coming in soon. And the CT will probably find the endpoint towards Acon itself. HSB's looking there. But Soulmate, he spots out one player moving in towards heaven, and he will cut his head off. And just like that, they're winning all the duels. They've got so much game knowledge on this map. It's crazy.
Yeah, just timings of rotations completely calculated. It seems like by the side of CM, and extremely comfortable. Even with that 2v4, they knew exactly how they wanted to play it. First attempt to take complete control of mid, and as soon as that fails, they slowly scale up towards that A site. And then getting aggressive in the 2v2 was something that Paradox did not predict. Again, this time trying something new. The initial utility will make Paradox think that it is going to be a B execute, but it's not. They want to fight for mid, and Paradox, the aggression down mid was a big mistake indeed.
Yeah. Try to push the bridge. He gets spotted, shut down. Oh, Bono, he catches the first stink. Needs to back away. There's another T in the front. And there's a chance he will be caught away as well. Man was just tucked in the corner. And HSB, he's able to get the trade in return onto one of the players. It's a 3v4. Man advantage still in the hands. A lone guy. I'm not exactly sure what he was trying to pull off there. But he gets taken down quite easily. Now the players are starting to move in from the A main. Sad but true, he gets the trade in return. And even the Acon's going to be completely smoked out. And Sai, he's slowly and steadily looking for the flank away. He's under bridge. He will soon collapse anyways.
It's a 1v2, shouldn't be too difficult, but doesn't really have a lot of time or hope to win this. And he's making so much noise. Rocky, this is going to be ideal for him. Yeah, super easy.
Yeah, no, this is about to be 13-0. Unless the pistol round's won by Paradox, then maybe there's a chance to stop this from going 13-0. But one thing is for sure, CM, as I mentioned, in general, they're going to have the advantage on the map of Anubis. We've seen them play, and the last time when we saw them play, they were looking pretty solid as well. It's like they know the map. They have been playing the map for a while. They know each and every single calls, each and every single nukes and crannies. While Paradox, they just have got no clue how to give the callouts. This time, Catwalk's not smoked out. So this can be a big screw up towards B. There's a chance we might see a B take coming in soon enough. There's a couple of players towards Arches, but HSB single-handedly on the B side is putting in a lot of pressures against the CT. There's two players in the side itself, no one towards Ninja, but then Ackerman with the flank, he catches them both. No one looks at the bridge. Ackerman finds a slipping point, and he slips up. A 1v5, Bono left all by himself. The players of CM, they've got a lot of economy, so they can't afford to go for this clutch. A 1v5 coming up, maybe?
I mean, we can be hopeful from Bono, but it's going to be too tough. Gets the first.
Not for Bono.
Let's see.
Not for Bono! 16 bullets.
3 more.
Needs to go for the reload. Oh, even third will be found, but no. Sai, he barely wins that duel. That was a little bit of scrappy from the side of Sai.
Yeah, but at least they get one round on the board before the first half ends. Otherwise, it would have been
Sigh of relief.
comeback. Yeah, it is a sigh of relief from the side of Paradox. But what an exciting round for Ackerman, and that lurk. Just perfect, and something CM could not predict. But now look at this, the aggression again put on display. Rocky, the first casualty of this, but Soulmate with the trade shuts it down instantly. And a brilliant reaction from the side of CM to that mid aggression. Dodges the flash, will find the first.
Rough luck. Why are they even pushing out through the smokes like that without any info? And then even Soulmate finds another kill towards Heaven. The man's tucked in so deep towards the A site. And just B finds a man fading away. And just like that, they slowly and steadily, they just eat the players of Paradox inside out.
Yeah, it's 9-1 already. CM almost hitting double digits. Last 2 rounds of the first half. And look at how comfortable, how confident all of them look. Not a lot of economy left onto Paradox. They're struggling with utility. I want to see that B execute again from the side of CM. It's been a while. They made this game too technical.
Bono catches him. Oh my god, Bono's too precise. He's gonna burn in the Molotov. He's done his job. He's got 1 for 1. And the players have already caught too much damage. One man tucks in towards Ninja. Tosses out a good smoke. It's gonna block off the entire crossway. But unfortunately, he gets spammed through the smoke. It's all down to HSP now. And HSP, as I mentioned, he's won most of his duels. This clutch is possible for HSP.
Yeah.
And he's slowly and steadily moving in towards Arches.
As the C4 should be able to take that A side easily, has a lot of utility to play with for the post plant as well. And considering Cheyenne and Ackerman are very low, if he is able to pick off these 2 individuals, then he just have to deal with Ayan. And Paradox, if it comes to that retake, they're going to be lacking a lot of utility. So it's going to be tough. Oh, HSB finds the first. It's the danger man out of the way. Needs to get the plant down as quickly as possible, but he's expecting the CTs to rotate. The C4 still not triggered. Finds one more. He laid out to delay the push from Ackerman. Fakes the plant.
Blunders. Another man's on the same side, and HSB, he knows there might be a push coming in from the connector. And he's now slowly and steadily exploring the same area, but he still flicks back.
Whoa.
He still gets Ackerman.
Ackerman, he's gonna regret missing those shots. HSB was looking in the wrong direction, and Ackerman messes up the first few shots themselves, and it was the HP deficit that results in Ackerman falling first. Double digits on the board before the first half ends.
Oh man. HSB looking good outside of the game and looking good in the game as well. P90, Rush B, classic approach that the Silvers do, but this time they're just not Silvers. That's the difference. Oh man. I mean, the site's empty. Site control's gone. Even towards Deep is moved in. The Deagle connection does find the kill, but it's really not going to matter for Soulmate. It's all open.
Oh, he's AFK again, by the way.
Yeah, he's AFK. But look at the amount of rounds they've gotten.
It's 10-2, but Necro, that's the thing. I mean, even on Mirage, CM, they were struggling without the IGL, so are things about to get a little bit more interesting on Anubis as well?
I mean, at this point, CM, they pull out a timeout. They've still got one more left over, so yeah, just wait for Soulmate. I don't even think so they need soulmate at this point.
I think they do.
You think?
Especially, yeah, on the CT side, they definitely do. They lose too much map control on mid, or maybe towards double doors, it's all over.
I mean, keep one thing in mind, Johnny. Sad but true hasn't even found a chance to activate himself. He's just on 5 kills.
Yeah, that's another problem. Then if Soulmate's back, it's all good.
I mean, let's see. Paradox. Wow, even they pull out a timeout. Such nice opponents. I wish everyone had such nice and kind opponents. They want to play it fair and square, even though they're getting defeated.
Yeah. It's not a defeat, it's destruction at this point.
Massacre.
Yeah. Pretty much, but let's see. I mean, on the T side, maybe Paradox, they are going to be a little bit quicker with their executes and just surprise us with an amazing T side performance on Anubis. Too much to ask for, I know, but if it happens, it's going to be exciting as well.
I mean, they're on a complete rampage.
And they go for a quick B execute.
Mm-hmm.
What do you have?
Oh. Quick B. This man towards pillar. He's bobbing and weaving across the board. There's another man towards backside. And Bono. Oh, he's finding a lot of these headshots. And just like that, once again, see him, they come out on top.
Oh, no.
You remember back in the day
knife him.
in CS 1.6, there used to be like these voice lines when you get a lot of kills all by yourself. Like, godlike. Monster kill. Remember?
Yeah.
I think so we should bring him back. When a team wins rounds back to back, the sound should play.
I think the music is enough, Necro, to be honest. Oh man. Did not expect this series to be this one-sided, to be honest. I was expecting a lot more from Paradox today.
Okay, look, I don't want to sound BOYZ one again, but I didn't expect it.
What was that from Rocky?
Uh-oh. Oh, towards the arches, there's a chance they can be caught. But Bono and his teammate all the way through water. They're just mowing down the opponents. And look at Paradox. One player is already left. He knows the game's done. He doesn't even want to play at this point. Another man towards heaven. A lone guy. He's the man who's always left alone in these clutches. Oh my god, HSB.
The barrel.
Yeah. No, he didn't. He didn't. He's still unspotted. And a lone guy. He still needs to get the C4 planted. Unfortunately, his teammate's AFK in the back. And yeah, the C4's dropped down. A lone guy. The only thing he can do is try and go for the kills. And both the players are quite softened up, so the kills are possible.
Yeah. Ooh. Nice shot from HSB. But we all know this round is over. Just the last man from the T side standing somewhere on the map, and he's AFK, so not gonna be a problem at all. He's back.
Pog.
Doesn't matter. This round is over.
Yeah.
Is he still in spawn?
No, no, no. He's AFK towards upper. HSB is just laughing. Oh no, he's gonna go for the TK, isn't he? Yeah, he is.
Counter-terrorists win. Is Bono running away from HSB? Oh, that brings us to what can be the last round of the game. And just a dominating performance from CEM today in this series. An important game for them, as we mentioned, a win, pushing them through to the Super 6, and they wanted to guarantee it. No risk taken. Counter aggression from the CTs now.
How long has it been since the game actually started? This Anubis.
Oh, I
think it's only been like 15 or 20 minutes.
Yeah,
And
I
this
think
is
it's
what we're
20
seeing.
minutes.
Yeah, this is what we're seeing already. So, yeah, I think it's one of the quickest games we witnessed so far inside of the tournament. And for Soulmate, he's found himself so much control once again. Being proactive, sad but true, just waiting towards double doors. And is probably going to be the clearer towards bridge. And they've got a scout pulled out. This Max 7's going to deal a lot of damage. Second shot missed. Opportunity opened up. The man towards bridge was doing a lot of damage as well, but unfortunately, he gets completely deactivated. Not to cut the mid control, but the man peeks out from window itself, and he gets a lot of damage done. Bono with a quick 2-piece on the board. He still just completely dismantles that push. It's a 2v2. A lone guy's way too low, and nothing much can be done. HSB's just looking to implode, just explode from that entire moment.
And it's been made easy with that ink on the lone guy, as you mentioned. Ackerman as well, just peppered down, but Soulmate was the slug. I think this is going to be an early nail in the coffin. There it is, finds the first. Smoke thrown as a distraction. Soulmate is going to get picked off. A 1v1 between HSB and Ackerman. And HSB exactly knows where the last man is going to be. Ackerman's done. He's smiling, he was there smiling. Sitting there and he wins this duel. He's so happy with that. Paradox, they know they might have lost the game, but they're going to enjoy the last few rounds. They're going to play in the draft.
Oh.
Hey, now it's time to have some fun, Necro.
It is, but we can't. We're supposed to be professionals.
Sad but true.
Indeed. Bring recall master. But Cheyenne? I mean, they've already found the Archer's control. Once again, moving in towards the site. A-main is also found without any troubles. A lot of utilities towards site. Flashes, smokes, Molotov. Throw out everything you've got in your pockets. Site controls established. There's another man up close and personal outside of smokes. And he still does not get spotted. He's still somehow alive on the site. How is he alive? Take him down. Eventually he does. Towards the site, there's one man alive. And he's just playing around that little block. But even he gets spotted out and taken down. It's a massacre towards site once again. And Paradox are going to be the one to come out on top.
Yeah, but they almost walked away with the game over there. CM, I mean, good trades coming in right at the nick of time as well. Instantaneously set up for that retake, quick rotation. No time left for Paradox to get comfortable on that side. Just a complete back and forth, but this time around, I mean, Paradox are going to be a little bit more comfortable. Nothing on the board for the side of CM. Just a few pistol upgrades. He's from a 12 to... We are going to be seeing a 12-5 in front of us.
USP. Headshot. Stops the man in the tracks. Now it's time to stop them from exploding all over the site. Still the man towards Nest is able to find the kills, and with the USPs, they're winning these duels. Oh, this is a little bit tough. Leon all by himself in the back lines is at least able to do a lot of damage. Sad but true, whiffs a lot of shots, but he still wins that. So come mid, an absolute demolition, an absolute domination in the last map of Anubis, and they just shut down the opponents in a complete one-sided fashion. One of the quickest games of Anubis we've witnessed so far inside of the Blast.
Yeah, definitely. One of the quickest games we've witnessed in the draft period, I think. What an exciting game coming from the side of CM, and they ended on an eco, which I did not expect, and I think Bono over there also did not expect to win this series like this, but... just a one-sided domination, first on Mirage and then on Anubis. It feels like CM, they came completely prepared for how they wanted to deal with Paradox today. And Paradox, they just got caught a little bit off guard. First on the loss with Mirage, and then Anubis, it seems like they did not know what was happening.
As you mentioned, they just did not know what was going on inside of the map. Off the bat, when we saw the first round, we knew that the players are definitely going to struggle. They do not exactly know the map that well. And especially when there was almost a knife about to happen, we also knew that the map presence isn't looking that great. Off the bat, the players of CM, they were just so confident. They were barrel stuffing the players down on the site, and they were not even scared. 6 rounds back to back, they just kept on going towards B, and then later on we saw a bit of variation.
I think for this first seven rounds, it was the same B execute with the same utility. The only thing that was changing was the sequence in which the players were entering, and I think that was just based off of where they were spawning. But it was the exact same play, and they made it work 6 to 7 rounds in a row. And that is something that we do not usually expect in a matchup like this. It was 8 rounds in a row, and after that is when they start to switch things up. An interesting few moments as well from HSB. I mean, we saw him step up individually in so many occasions, and I think a few key rounds were there for the side of CM just off of that individual play.
And then we also saw a incredible clutch from HSB on the T side, a 1v3 being pulled off. So in general, when you speak about the mechanical standpoint of the game as well, the players of CM just proved the opponents unparalleled. And unfortunately, considering they were facing the opponents on the unknown grounds, Paradox, they just were not able to stand a single chance, even when it comes to the firepower. We've got the scoreboard in front of us. Ackerman with 14 kills, 15 deaths, and the ADR of 99. Then you see the opposite side, which is going to be HSB with 20 kills, 11 deaths, and the ADR of 123. All the players are on the equal page on the side of CM, and then from Paradox, yeah, it's just upset.
Yeah, I mean, it was an upset for the side of Paradox today. 13-4 on Anubis, 13-5 on Mirage. But again, I mean, this was expected from the series, to be honest. I mean, you were quite vocal about the CM heavy favorites to win it all, and the dominating performance as well was something that we expected from the start. But the MVP of the series, ladies and gentlemen, turns out to be the man, the myth, the legend, HSB himself. 1.7 KD, 228 ADR, and 17 average kills per map. Interesting performance coming in from HSB today.
ADR of 228, average kills per map is 17. Then you look at the opposition, it's 0.81, 168 ADR, and then with the average kills per map 13. Now it's time to look at the leaderboard and find out how much of a difference this entire commotion has caused. And once again, CM, they're going to climb all the way at the top. The upcoming match is going to be of WahWah, so maybe there's a chance they will regain that spot if they destroy BOYZ in this upcoming matchup with a complete 2-0 scoreline. If that's not going to be the case, BOYZ will still be at the top, WahWah will be at the 3rd spot, and CM will be on the 2nd.
Yeah, I think the last game just decides the sequence in which these 3 teams move forward to the Super 6. Apart from that, everything has been settled, because the teams that do not have any more matches remaining are already outside of the top 3. But it is going to be an exciting game for sure. BOYZ have been pretty phenomenal, and WahWah, of course, the only invited team in the Pakistan group stages.
Exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, the first series has been concluded. There's one more series to come. It's going to be WahWah fighting their opponents to find out who's going to be the one to come out on top, because even BOYZ, they've been looking in phenomenal form. But after this short break. At this point, we've seen everything, but the previous game was something else. The previous series was an absolute massacre, but now we're gonna move on to a close game, or at least that's what we're considering to be a close game. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna be your host and caster Necro. John alongside with me is going to be Super Johnny, and the upcoming series is going to be played between WahWah and BOYZ. Both these teams have been looking phenomenal when it comes to the overall standings. WahWah, they have been dominating through the start. BOYZ, they came in later on, but they are now playing phenomenally well. So it's really tough to say which one's going to be the one to come out on top.
Exactly, and this one, unlike the previous series, is going to be extremely close, or at least that is what we expect right off the bat. As you mentioned, WahWah, the only invited team to the group stages, they did have a nice little start for themselves, a 2-0 in game 1, but from there the momentum has been quite shaky. On the other side, BOYZ, they won. They were the ones who handed the only defeat on the board for the side of CM, and that was a phenomenal series, to be honest, but from there, it has been a shaky performance from the side of BOYZ themselves.
Executor and Bullet have been the main playmaker for WahWah, but then for BOYZ, every single player plays on an equal level, and both these teams are quite tactical when it comes to their approach. As I mentioned, Executor being the playmaker, he's always going to be there in the front lines and getting all the kills. But then we move on towards WahWah, where we'll find Dynamite, Bloody, Sharpshooter, Angelo, and Skofik. Angelo, the young prodigy with the op, this man is unstoppable. All it takes is a couple of first kills, and then later on, he's not going to miss any shots.
Well, let's see. I mean, tonight is where they need to be firing on all cylinders if they want to walk away with the win. BOYZ, they have been impressive in a few matches that they played, especially Sharpshooter, a lot of experience under the belt for Sharpshooter. Skofik has been phenomenal in a few moments, Bloody as well. Dynamite, the IGL himself, standing up whenever the team needs him to. Of course, Angel, the young lad, super impressive, phenomenal in terms of mechanics.
Once again, to let you guys know, these teams have already made it inside of the Super 6. Once again, this is sort of like a consolation matchup. Even if they do lose out on this one, it's really not going to affect them a lot in the overall leaderboards. They're still pretty comfortable in the top 3. It's more kind of like for the seeding. It's more kind of like which team is going to finish on what spot, and then in the future stages, it's going to be decided what's going to go on. We don't exactly have any clue about that, but let's move on forward and look at the map view and find out which maps we're going to kick things off on and which maps will be banned out. And off the bat, it's going to be Inferno, the classic map, out of the way.
I think again we can expect a little bit of Ancient or a Noob is being brought into play, but Inferno and Mirage, the two first bans. Vertigo out of the picture. Next,
Overpass?
Overpass or Nuke maybe.
Oh, it is.
Overpass.
Yeah.
Now I think we're gonna go Nuke.
Probably.
No, I
or
think
maybe Nuke's gonna be played.
A Noob is banned. Ancient and Nuke.
Interesting. Classic approach. I mean, Ancient and Nuke, we've seen this combo being played in the past. BOYZ pick is going to be Ancient, and Nuke will be the decider.
But I feel Nuke is the map that BOYZ would actually feel a little bit more comfortable on. WahWah, Ancient, we have seen them a few times on this map, and I wouldn't say it's perfect execution from their side every single time. It's they do struggle a little bit, but maybe, just maybe today, again, just like day one, they end up dominating on this game. Let's see how this matchup is going to turn out. We have WahWah starting on the CT side and BOYZ on the T side.
Angelo, a man to watch out, Sharpshooter, even Bloody has been performing pretty well, especially Bloody too. We cannot forget, in the previous matchup that we saw Bloody perform in, which was a day before, he was popping off for his team, including Angelo. So anything can happen at this point. And off the bat, it's going to be WahWah to kick or PB to kick things off on a great note. They're getting so many kills. It's a 4v2, and it seems next to impossible to be done. In the side of the sunroom to the site, they've got the site control. The players have already started to move all the way to the backside, and the P250s, they're dealing a lot of damage.
They are Dynamite in the backside, along with Angelo. Both of the kills secured by Angelo, phenomenally done. No way WahWah could have reacted to that after the side control was given away to the side of BOYZ. An interesting start for PB, but WahWah, alright, they're going to decide to stick for a hard eco this time. Yeah, it is a hard eco indeed.
Yeah. And guns on the board for PB. full buys, Galils, AKs. And yeah, off the bat towards mid, Dynamite peeks out. He gets the first kill secured. Instant smoke to make sure the CTs aren't going to be evacuating that spot. And he's just getting away with so many of these murders. Pulls out the P250, now needs to tap away, and he's finding those taps as well. Dynamite towards mid, he's challenging every single player. But now it's time for Scott. Oh, but even he gets taken down. This is not good. 3 players remaining, 2 guns taken off.
Recover the AK, and now they want to pick off that last CT executor. Repeaks connect and instantly will get shut down. Nice start for the side of Park Boys. 2-0 on the board, but now finally is when the real game begins. WahWah with a full buy. Previous round, not a lot of hope from the side of WahWah in themselves. They just all pushed mid, try to take aggressive fight. And that is where all of them lost their lives as well. And again, heavy commitment towards the A side. It seems like it's going to be a simple A execute attempted from the side of Park Boys, but can they convert? Just one CT waiting for them on the other side. Oh, no flashes.
There we go. 1-for-1 trade. The site falls in the hands of Path Boys. And now everything's looking good in the hood. Angelo goes for spam. Unfortunately, the timing does not match. Scothic, he's found a lot of control as well. And now it's probably looking for to explode on the CT spawn. But in Suchi, he returns back with a kill onto Bloody, and that's not good. It's a 2v3, upcoming, a good spray. He finds a 2-piece, but unfortunately the third man peeks out in the nick of time and gets the deal sealed.
They just, all of them, all the players from the side of Park Boys just ended up giving their lives even before the C4 could be planted. No one focused on getting the bomb down. Good defense from the side of WahWah. They played it quite patiently, to be honest. I mean, the player towards Donuts, just making sure he took a step back, waited for his teammates to rotate comfortably towards the A side, resulting in Park Boys being overwhelmed with a lot of numbers from CTE. And look at this, mid-control, aggressive fight from Cave as well, and Bullet finds 2 important kills.
Mistake. Dig control back in their hands. And now they're looking forward to push out of that. 3v4. Man advantage in the hands of WahWah. It can be stolen away slowly and steadily. Angelo in a 1v3 clutch. Bullet's quite softened up. He's quite low. So this is possible.
Dropped.
Yeah, C4's dropped. But once again, Angelo, he needs to go for solo play. He needs to pop off here. And somewhere down line, even the players of WahWah, they do not really want to go for that extra bit of risk. Maybe OK can peek out towards mid, but Angelo, at this point, he's just looking for a couple of exit frags. He's got a lot of time. He can definitely try to get a couple of more here.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy, though, for sure. 1v3, Bullet is extremely low. Executor as well can be picked off quite easily, but okay, it's going to be the man that can cause a lot of trouble. Executor, the first one to fall. Now we're going to see a recheck. Oh, the crossfire was there. Okay, ready in towards Cave, and he had Bullet towards that B door. Both the players looking to make contact off of each other. The equalizer for WahWah. Now this can put them in the driving seat of this game, since Park Boys have been reset economically.
Pretty much. WahWah, they are currently in the driving seat. They won the buy round. They've got the ARs on the board. Tech 9's on the board from the side of PB. And what can they do? They cannot explore towards mid. They're already going for sunroom control, which they have found. Suchi gets one. He falls back. Bullet towards the site. Even he drops dead. But the AK towards the site's now starting to cause a lot of trouble. There's a bit of a crossfire between these two players, and Executor executes sharp towards Sunroom. A 1v4, Skoffic's got no HP. He can't do anything at this point. He just needs to accept his fate.
Yeah, I mean, they had nothing to work with, no utility, just Tech 9's the side of Park Boys, and yet they went for a 4-1 split play. Would have just pushed B ramp altogether, I believe. Try to overwhelm the side of WahWah with sheer numbers, but when as soon as an opportunity is given to them, Mid to long range. Those AKs come in quite handy. 3-2. WahWah in a comfortable position now in this matchup. Have decent money to work with. And if they end up winning this round as well, Park Boys. First half. Have lost a lot already in the first half.
Angelo. All the players are just looking for it to explode on mid. They're gonna find that control too, but they've taken a lot of damage. Executor, he's being incinerated alive, but he's alive for now. Shrouds himself inside of the smoke, but that crossfire sort of works out. Oh man, it's a domino effect. The first man falls down, the rest keep on following up. Now Scoffing, he looks out towards mid, but Bullet, he finds the connection.
Yeah, there was a lot of aggression at the start of the round from the side of WahWah on A halls. They pushed all the way towards T-spawn, and from there, pushing through connector, and especially, okay, staying alive in mid just changed everything. He stayed alive for so long that as soon as WahWah had connector control, they also had a man position towards Donut. It just gave complete control of mid to the side of WahWah, and Park Boys, they were just stuck, cornered from every single direction, nowhere left to go. This time around, they are forced on an eco, and now they run it down towards the B side. The first kill secured. They're gonna look for the second, and they find it without losing a single player. 2 weapons recovered.
Not good.
Maybe they can steal this round away from WahWah.
Oh no, good molly. The player can get incinerated. He will die as well. Good Molotov. It's all down to OK. Off in the hands. He switches on over to a Tech 9. What did he try to do there?
But a good round coming from the side of PB. I mean, a good eco converted. And as I said, an all-out B execute. Just 2 flashes popped, and they take the site for free. And from there, recovering those weapons. Just playing a big hand and stealing that round away from the side of WahWah. But fact of the matter is that WahWah, their economy was pretty solid. So they do have a pretty decent buy to work with in this round as well. And they are going to go for heavy commitment towards the mid and B. Damage traded out with a lot of utility. OK tucked in a corner. He's going to stay hidden. Finds the first. Kicks things off quite nicely. Retaliation on site.
Oh my god, how did he find that kill? Famas, the second one drops dead. And now he can have a chance to reload. But he's still trying to play with that one single USB in the hand. He switches on over to the other weapon, and he gets the kill. Good stuff from WahWah. Just stopping the T's in the tracks. A lot of utilities being used perfectly. We're seeing those nades. We're seeing those Molotovs. I love to see it. Good job by WahWah to try and stop the T's in the tracks. And this type of resistance, I'm pretty sure PB has never faced before.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this one didn't even require the players who were rotating from the side of mid. They had 3 CTs on the B side, and the setup itself, especially OK, not making a move for a few extra seconds, just staying tucked in the corner, allowed the crossfire to be executed perfectly. And again, it's the same thing. The initial kill secured by Bullet. He finds the second, and his teammate is Smooje on the side, finding 2 more. It's all over before it even begins. Executed too close with the SMG.
MP9 in the hands, and the last man just gets spammed through the wooden wall. Easily done. Another round on the board. Oh no, now it's starting to be a mowdown. And that's not good. Pack Boys, they do have enough money to go for the buys. Once again, the only reason why Angelo is not able to activate himself, it's because he's not getting his hands on the op. And the only reason why he's not able to get his hands on the op is because the amount of resistance they're facing from WahWah. Even though PB won a couple of rounds, still they did not win those rounds in a big margin. They still lost a lot of players.
Yeah. I think they're going to wait for the second half before see any real plans of action being used by the side of Park Boys. And this time forcing Freaky out of position. And yet executed 2 important kills. Bloody and Sharp shut down.
Big. Oh my god. Not good. Pack Boys. They're just stepping inside of these unknown territories, and they're getting peeked out from different angles. WahWah, good coordination between them. The communication's on point, and the players once again prevail. You see what I'm trying to say? WahWah are much more tactically better. Even Pack Boys are tactically good, but unfortunately, against WahWah, they're just not able to reply back well.
Yeah. 7-3 right now. Last 2 rounds of the first half. And Park Boys need at least one more on the T side itself to put themselves in a decent position and hope for a comeback in the second half. Let's see, it's a 4-1 split with the C4 being taken to B. Try and fight for some mid control, but no aggression from A-Halls. And it pays off. Executor with 2 important kills right outside A-Halls. Just shutting down WahWah before they make a move.
Rough luck. A man towards ramp. He might just find the timing. Oh, this timing is quite good. He's found the site control. He can move all the way back towards CT if he wants to. C4 still in the back. It's not on the site just yet. The man's going to clear out completely through the cave. And he might just catch one terrorist slacking by. Dynamite exploring the ramps area. Needs to be careful from cave. Because the man could peek out anytime. Oh. Already the site's being abused. C4 picked up. C4's going to be planted soon. Bullet will hear the plant, so the call will be conveyed. And now finally the call will be conveyed as well as the bomb gets planted. Bullet's got no clue where the T's sneaked in from.
Finally, WahWah react. They are moving towards the A side, but it's going to be tough without Bullet regaining control of the B ramp area. If he does manage to do this, then maybe they will have a successful retake. But no, Scorfic tries to spray both of them, gets one. Instant trade coming in from Diana, but that will be it. Bloody finding the last kill on the round. And Park Boys, that's the 4th one on the board. And as I said, this gets the job done. If they win this final round of the first half, that's going to be an additional bonus for the side of PB in the first half.
It's all up to making those micro mistakes. And the mistake there was, unfortunately, the players of PB, they found a good timing. They went towards the site without any resistance. They planted, and WahWah had no clue that the C4's being planted towards the... Once again, towards mid, heavy presence. Smoochie looking forward to just wrap around towards ramp. Good double peek. 2 kills found off the bat. And now it's a 3v5. There's a man in the front lines. Even he gets compromised. Now it's a 2v5. And out of nowhere, the chances for Pack Boys to win this entire round, they just start to fade away. A double peek, even from cave. They find that kill. It's done. You can't do anything at this point.
Oh, and they just mow them down as quickly as possible. The first half coming to an end with WahWah with a 4-round advantage to work with. A lot of pressure on the pistol round for the second half on the side of PB. They lose this, and this will just swing the momentum in the favor of WahWah. But I think WahWah, they were waiting for this as well, especially with a player like Bullet and Executor on your side. You are going to look to find those quick entries on the board. Let's see though, while the side of PB were trying so much to make plays through mid, WahWah, simplest strategy being used. Want to push B as quickly as possible. No utility on the board, so it's all just going to be dry peaks. Alright, 1 flash used. That was it.
Oh, bloody, with a 2K. And then even Sharp returns back. Oh, WahWah, they're getting decimated so far. It's all down to Smoochie. But yeah, it's a mow down. Scorfic with the last one. We'll collect that. Just like that for PP. They had the entire site on a massive lockdown.
Quite an interesting way to kick off the pistol round from the side of WahWah, to be honest. Just 1 flash on site, and they instantly just run in, all of them charging forward, looking for that B control. Just 1 man left to cause some panic on anyone holding Sunroom, but that wasn't enough. Just 1 kill secured in that previous round. Now PB, 2 M4s on the board, but a force fire from the side of WahWah is a surprise they weren't expecting. Diana with 2 important kills, tries to run away towards Donut. Is going to be spotted out. He has backup to work with. 1 kill secured. There's the second and an important one. The switch to the M4. Bloody has the farmhouse can work with. but Scorpic needs to be careful. There's one more behind him on
Massive.
site, and the distraction is nice enough to help Smooje secure that kill. 1v3. It's not gonna be easy.
Position compromised. They know exactly where the last man is. And the C4 is being planted on the complete opposite site. Oh, good mind games. And now Bloody has a chance to catch at least one off guard. The duel will be isolated.
Nice.
And he finds that. Another man starting to push up close and personal towards CT. They need to go for a bait and switch here. Insmooji does not have a lot of HP, so bait Insmooji and bullet from the back will peek out at the same time. It will be done and dusted. They have a good fire over here being held. And all they need to do is just communicate better. First man found, yeah, and instantly second man was as well going for the peak, but Insmooji is going to be the one to seal the deal.
How many was that? This man just cleaned up everything for his team in that previous round. A phenomenal performance from Insmooji, and guess what? PB, the reset is there. The force by, they make it work. The side of WahWah, quite phenomenal. It was a risky move, to be honest,
that
but
shot.
individual brilliance put on display. 9-5, they can get themselves double digits now.
Yeah,
It's nothing but upgraded pistols for PB.
yeah. D-goals and one MP9. And Dynamite is already pushed up close and personal. The site's being abused. They know it's better to hit the site instead of just linger around all across the board. Good Molotov. The man's getting incinerated. But still, Angelo finds a two-piece before getting taken down. Massive numbers being put up by Angelo. He was the win condition. He proves out to be the win condition. And now this entire take's starting to fall apart. And just like that,
What?
another eco round being pulled off. But this time by PB.
Yeah, they answer back quite nicely. The lads from the side of PB and Eco answered with another Eco, 9-6. Now it seems like there's going to be a nice little back and forth between these two sides, because wow, what options do they have? Are they going to try and go for a force? I do see two Galils being brought to the board. Two Tech 9s. In terms of utility, enough has been bought to try and take side control as quickly as possible, but BOYZ, a tactical timeout being used. I wonder what is going through their head, because if they win this, I mean, it should bring them extremely close to the side of WahWah in the next few rounds. But if they lose, you can just swing the momentum completely in the favor of the opposing side.
I mean, with how it's been looking like, WahWah, they do have that consistent lead, but now them being pushed on this eco, it's gonna hurt them. And the majority of the issue was that a lot of the players from the side of PB were alive. That means they managed to save a lot of guns, and a lot of economy is also going to be saved for the upcoming round, Johnny. And that's an issue. Even if PB do lose out in this round, in the upcoming round, they're still going to have money to buy back once again.
Things can get very uncomfortable very quickly. Let's see, 8 seconds left before we begin the action once again. Man, so much relying on the side of WahWah for this round. Extremely important. When this early utility lob towards connector to stop any aggression from the T side. And PB, they have taken early map control, but this is gonna be enough. 2 kills secured. Fails to find the third, but a surprise from OK. And this brings in the equalizer. If he recovers the weapon, then it's gonna be tough. And Dynamite, just the timing not working out for him. Executor runs away with that Galil. And OK, with that AK upgrade, finds Diana. 1v2. Round stolen away by the side of WahWah, it seems like.
Executor versus Angelo, a 1v1. From which, Executor, of course, now just trying to hold off. Angelo is wasting a lot of time. He needs to go back towards ramp. Executor's holding this off angle, and he comes out on top. It's all down to these off angles in 1v1. If you're gonna stand up in a common angle, and if you get cleared out, of course, you're gonna get caught off guard. That's why I always keep on saying, if it's a 1v1, always hold an off angle where someone's not gonna be expecting. If you especially see any other good players, that's what they do. They're pretty much going to be standing in the middle of the site or somewhere else where they won't be expected the least. No one's going to pull that stuff off.
Yeah, I mean, this time I think one of the reasons Angelo could have actually played this a little bit more carefully, he had the kit to work with. Some utility as well, I believe. Let's see, 10-6, forced on an eco. Again, well, not an eco exactly. They have those pistol upgrades at least. Ooh, nasty shot. Okay. It's not gonna be okay anymore.
Indeed. Rough luck. And now Executor as well. Just looking to peek up from the top. He's got some info towards the side. The man in the back's not peeking out with the deagle just yet, but he's looking forward to connect that haircut. Yeah, and they found the advantage pack, boys. Unfortunately, they have found one kill in this eco. And that's going to hurt the players of WahWah. That's why you see the pace being dropped instantly.
Yeah. But apart from a few jiggle peaks, no moves being made by the side of WahWah as well. They were just all holding outside of B. And now the duels have been initiated. The first and the second kill of the round from the side of WahWah secured by a bullet to clean up that B site. And yet, look at how scared they are to get that C4 down. One kill.
Plan goes down for WahWah to win this round. It's going to matter quite a lot. It will be the 11th round on the board. And if WahWah does win it, the pressure will be on top of the players at PB. One more round away then. Just getting the match point. Good flash. Man gets blinded completely. AK spray missed out, but it's okay as long as you've got your teammates back. Blunders happening on both the sides. That summer down line. Last man's position isn't compromised if he spray, but he still wins it.
Oh, he almost messed it up, though, Necro. That was scary, and especially with how many shots Dan has been able to connect with those deagles. Anything could have happened, but 11-6. WahWah still in the driving seat of this game, and PB, they need to be very careful. No money left in the back. If they lose this, they are going to be stuck in a very awkward position going into the final round of this map.
And Smooth G just following up. Good nades towards mid. They're dishing out a lot of damage. Sharpshooters taking down only 51 HP. Molotov towards ramp will stop the push. At least for now. It will delay it, not stop. But look at Executor. Yeah. I mean, he's sort of like the distraction. There's 3 players towards B, so A side can be taken away. But there's 3 players looking to explode towards mid. The C4 still on spawn, so they haven't exactly decided where to go. But now the main decision will be made. And yes, it will be the A site.
Well, slowly and steadily they are scaling up, but PB, it seems like they are prepared for this A hit as well. WahWah still undecided on where they want to move through mid. Taking their sweet time. Finally some utility pop. Flashes to take mid control away from the side of PB, and they are going to face a challenge. Look at that crossfire setup. You have 2 players waiting in cave, and at any time they can swing catwalk and just sandwich the players from the side of WahWah. Waiting for donor control. Dynamite, he's set and ready for action. Still falls. Angel finding the first trade kill of the round on A side.
Uh-oh. 2v2. The teaser replying back stronger. He's got the offense. That's it. Man advantage secured. But even Angel is able to reply back in the same fashion, so that's not good. And
no utility.
Now through the pressure. He's just running and cutting, and he still wins it somehow. Angelo, he wasn't even going for the shift walk. He was just pressing W.
Yeah, and you're taking a lot of damage as well with the early engagements. First from side, second from Donut. So he was already pretty withered. 12-6. WahWah on the verge of closing out this match, and as I mentioned, the previous round loss, PB forced on those SMGs, 1 farmhouse on Bloody, and Dynamite just with a deagle and a dream. WahWah finally playing a little bit spread out on the map. Oh, the flash is amazing. And Diana, the danger man from the side of PB, completely blinded. Look at the aggression. PB, all hopes shoved into this one push down B ramp. This just swings the round completely in the favor of WahWah. 3v2, they have the numbers to work with.
huge, but Executor gets the kill anyway, so it doesn't matter. Who would have expected so much of a resistance from WahWah? I mean, they pretty much make this game one-sided as well. PB, they get absolutely demolished. A one-sided game once again from the side of PB, and it's looking quite good and comfortable. And just like that, WahWah, they get this entire stuff in their hand in a really good way.
Along with that, guess what? BOYZ, they were the ones who picked this map to begin with. So, WahWah, this domination of theirs just pretty much solidifies this entire series in their hands. Now, all that is left to see is what they can do on the decider, Nuke. Now, if they bring it back on the board, it's going to be quite interesting. But BOYZ, we've seen them on Nuke before, to be honest. And even the last time was a little bit of an interesting affair, but today WahWah looking extremely comfortable, if I'm being honest.
I'm expecting Nuke to be a little bit more closer, but 12-6 is not close at all. It's a one-sided game, that's for sure.
True.
But we all expected this one to go super close, considering it's the map of Ancient. We've seen BOYZ play, we've seen WahWah play. WahWah making it completely one-sided really makes us question BOYZ. They're currently on the first spot in the leaderboards. Are they going to be able to perform really well in Super 6? It just makes me erupt with a lot of these questions that I'm pretty sure will be answered in the Super 6 itself. But for now, this entire astonishing moment that we witnessed, it's going to be on the name of WahWah. The upcoming map of Nuke, WahWah, they've got a brilliant momentum with them. And they're just pretty much going to look forward to W key in the map of Nuke as well. They're just going to try to move up.
Yeah. One thing is for sure, I mean, we saw a lot of interesting eco rounds in this game, and that was exciting. In the initial stages, PV, I mean, they got my hopes up, especially with the first 3 rounds and how they won them. But then WahWah, I think once they got comfortable one in Smoothie and Executor came online, especially Bullet in that second half as well, was extremely phenomenal. It was difficult for BOYZ to shut them down.
Indeed it was. I mean, Dynamite 2, in general, he was trying his best to sort of follow back up with the teammates, but BOYZ, they were just getting mowed down. As I mentioned, BOYZ, yes, they have been dominating, but this is their first time facing off against WahWah, and WahWah, they're tactically much more better compared to all the other teams that we've seen. CM, they like to focus on their mechanics. Then you speak about BB, they like to focus on their mechanics, but also a little bit of that tactical aspect. But then WahWah, they're really tactically well, and of course their mechanics match up as well. So in general, this type of resistance that PB faced, now they need to adapt on the fly on the map of Nuke. If they're not able to do so, the same thing will repeat what happened on Ancient.
Yeah. I think that is what they will try their level best to avoid a repeat of the last round, a recap of the last round over there. Last ditch effort from the side of PB to stop WahWah in their tracks, but an unsuccessful one. And look at that, in Smoothie in an incredible form, Executor and Bullet doing a phenomenal job as well. 180 for Executor, but from the side of BOYZ, it was just the IGL who tried his level best to hold on to the reins. Dynamite and Scorfic has been, again, I said this before we began with map 1, Scorfic from the side of BOYZ, he is the only consistent player from their side.
Indeed he is. I mean, look at the entire player versus player comparison too. Insmoothie is a little bit ahead. And this is the first time we've seen Insmoothie pop off this well. So that means facing off against the players of PB, it just gave him a lot of that confidence that was needed. 1.83 KD ratio, ADR of 115, 22 kills per map. ADR is a little bit more compared to Insmoothie. Dynamite has 120, but still, that's the only stat that he's outmatching Insmoothie, and Insmoothie is doing better, far better in the other stats. So this is the first time I've seen Insmoothie perform this well. That means if the players of WahWah are having so much confidence, it's a big sign of concern for the opposition team, because they need to keep the players of WahWah underneath their toes.
For sure, I mean, you're going to try and put as much pressure as early as possible so that you have an advantage to work with, at least a margin for error. That is what BOYZ are looking for, because they make a single mistake and WahWah instantaneously answers back without any delay. Brilliant punishes from their side every single time, even in the previous map. That is what we saw majority of the time, that mid-aggression from the side of PB getting punished with the delayed timing of the flashes and the late peaks and the late lurks down mid from the side of WahWah, especially in that second half. Now on Nuke, things can get extremely interesting, because I mean the pressure on ramp and outer it has changed quite a lot with how the new techs work, and especially in the recent days, the nuke, the few maps of nuke that we have seen from the side of from the Pakistani teams made us realize like a lot of commitment on the outer side this time. A lot of fights initiated by the T's on the outer side.
I mean, when I saw HSB and his teammates play on the map of Nuke, when I saw CM play on the map of Nuke, actually, they were just going for a lot of these dry peaks. They were peeking out through the smokes, just going for those dry peaks, not even using the smokes that well. Once again, that's CM for you. They're mechanically gifted. But maybe the same thing can be seen if the players and the teams do keep on moving from the outskirts. There was a round where we did not even see a single piece of utility being used by any of them. Even they moved in from the outskirts inside of the secret without using a single piece of cover. So that in itself just showcases how much confidence and how much mechanics these teams are relying on. I'm not expecting the same stuff from WahWah, but I'm not exactly sure about the opponent's PB.
So question for you, can we expect what we saw from CM a few moments ago from WahWah as well, where they run the same strat for 8 rounds and just keep on winning? Do you think that can happen?
No, PB is one of those teams that you cannot disrespect. Yes, they are getting completely demolished for now, but PB is still one of those good teams that you cannot disrespect like that. And if WahWah try to pull it off, they will be demolished, that's for sure. They will be stopped in their tracks. There still needs to be a little bit of a mix of that tactical nature because PB will be able to read that. In the previous map of Ancient, the read just wasn't there. PB did not expect so much of a resistance in their T side, but now as PB starting things off on CT, it can be a better start for them.
Yeah, let's see, a lot of commitment for radio room control, and well, the T's are gonna be smoked out of it. Door broken, Squeaky taken care of, Dynamite with a little bit of a duel against OK, and both the players just trading out damage. Aggressive positions taken by the side of PB, and even if one of them falls, it can just spiral out of control. A lot of pressure on Skofik. He's gonna get picked off. Bloody will be put under pressure next on ramp. Tries to run away for his life. Good follow-up from Angelo, who was playing all the way in hell. The crossfire working out quite nicely for the players of PB. It's a 2v3, and WahWah with a very aggressive try and take B side away, but Bloody, what was that? Nasty shots. Nice.
I told you, you cannot disrespect PB like that. They are a solid team. Yeah, it's a whole other story that they got demolished in the previous map. That was only because of the utility being utilized in the perfect time. And most of those rounds were also won behalf of the timing as well. So, once again, WahWah, they cannot just be overconfident and they cannot just keep on hitting the same side. They cannot show any type of ego just the way CM did. They need to play completely with their hands down. They need to play pretty cautiously every single round. They cannot take it easy.
Kill of the round again. Angelo bagging it quite nicely. And this is Angelo's map, by the way. I mean, even the last time we saw him on this map is where he popped off. That is what his team needs him to do this time as well. Perfect shut down. Bullock finding the second, but it's still instantly the trade is going to be there from Diana. He has control of the assembly area. Again, a 2v3, but this time at least they've dished out some damage. There's one more for Angel.
Oh, this could have been a blunder, but Bloody's okay. And now Bloody's starting to feel himself, as I mentioned. As now they're starting things off on CT, they will have a bit more chance to read the players of WahWah and their pattern. In the previous map, they started things off on T, and they're used to just barrel stuffing down the opponents, but they couldn't do the same thing on the T side. So that's why they were just not able to understand how to counter the resistance the players of WahWah were putting up. But now as they start things off on CT, well, PB is going to be the one to resist the site take for WW. So in general, PB, they're going to have a good start.
Let's see. A lot of pressure on the outer from the side of WahWah. Smoke's laid out, but they're looking for that secret control. It's not going to be easy. Bloody and Angel already ready. They're playing passively. Just trying to deny control of in and out. With Bullet, he's all the way in secret. If he finds this first kill, it can open up the B side for the side of WahWah.
Oh. Here it begins. Now, trades are starting to happen back and forth, but unfortunately, it's going to go in the favor of WahWah. This buy round's crucial for WahWah. If they lose this out, PB will be on a big streak, and that streak needs to be stopped. For PB, even if they do lose out in this round, they will still have the money to buy in the upcoming round, so it's all good in the hit for them. But as we do look at the map feed, the players are ready with the post-plant positioning.
Yeah.
One man's inside of the control room, another man towards double doors, one man in the squeaky as well. So yeah, the post-plantings are looking quite good. If Bloody goes on from this same path, he will meet two players and heavy resistance, but he still finds the first kill. The second one found as well. The confidence from PB inside of this entire round has been incredible, but the time's being burnt out.
Exactly. And the clock running out instills panic, I believe, into the players of WahWah. Freaky finding the last two important kills. Was holding a nice little off angle right next to ramp. Big play off of the bat, and PB, the reset that they did not want has been forced upon them. WahWah with an incredible shutdown. It should be an easy conversion in this round, and should be an equalizer for the side of WahWah. They realize this as well. Could be a quick one. Run towards A, maybe.
That's what they're doing. Oh, CZ in his hands. I'm not sure how good of a move this is going to be, but they're still able to get the trades. 2 guns off, 3 guns still on the board. These CZs are not able to find that much damage. And Bloody falls back. Oh, good nade. But Bloody with the CZ is still a bit of a threat. And he's just playing around with the food now. Yeah, Bloody found Skofik, last man with the dual Berettas on the site. Skofik can't do anything.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be tough. Those perfect headshots are connected point blank. And the players from the side of WahWah just whiff everything. But Skofik, yeah, he wants to be the aggressor in this fight. It's going to be so tough for him to come out on top in this situation. Moves forward, spotted out. Should be the final few shots. His body to finish him off, and yeah, this round is over. WahWah, they pretty much have the equalizer in the bag.
He's got 1 HP.
Jumps on top of the gap, running through weds.
He can't do anything except to fake, my man. Just
want to frustrate the opposition as much as possible before he went out, but I think an important round win for WahWah gives them a little bit more stability in terms of money. And of course the equalizer, even more important. PB now. Back to square one. Are going to try and build their money inside of the game again.
Uh-oh. The amount of utilities that were being poured out is crazy. Bloody towards the site on top of hut. Clears out a lot of the angles. And once again for PB, they've got good positioning. But through the smoke, the T's are now starting to flood out. One man gets caught through the vents itself. A man tries to jump down. Big mistake. I mean, it's a massacre towards the site. WW, they faced some incredible resistance. And this entire push they try to make is now going to come tumbling down. Executor, he's still got the C4 on the back. So he can still keep on moving towards the B site. But look at Insmoochie. He can be the massive playmaker. If he finds that perfect lurk, he's going to be able to find those 2 crucial kills that are needed. But somewhere down line, the CTs are aware of the fact that there might just be a man moving in from heaven soon enough. Insmoochie, he's wasting a lot of time at this point. He needs to be a little bit more quick on that lurk. Or maybe just go and reunite with your teammate. He needs your help.
Yeah, it's going to be tough though. It's just him. Finds the first. Now they're aware of being present towards hell.
Off angle.
The flash through Squeaky was perfect earlier on in this round, but no one bothered to check around them, and it was just that one player sitting on top of Hut that changed everything. The first kill onto the man trying to push down Wentz, and then the follow-up on outer. They wanted to collapse on that B side, but nothing they could have done about it. A reset. A soft reset for WahWah in this round at least.
As you mentioned, a soft reset. Dynamite still just looking to tap away. Eagle in the hands of OK. So once again, he either can be the bait, or if he's able to find some connections, once again, it's going to be the icing on top of the cake. Something the players wouldn't expect, but if he does, it's better. Dynamite unfortunately finds the opener, and the man falls down. Executor instantly replies back with a pick onto Angelo. That was massive. Oh, awkward. Bullet catches the man lurking. Oh, still comes out on top. Even though Executor had the advantage, Skofik just flicks on, finds a 2K. This is huge from Skofik. PB, they've got the advantage. And now the players of WahWah looking pretty desperate. Initial dink found on a bullet, but unfortunately still can't win the duel. Skofik's way too low, but he's got the off angle. He can maybe catch the player off guard, but I'm pretty sure the man in the front will try to check these corners. Will try to check these angles. Yep, he will.
Really? Oh, he does.
It's a common angle.
Especially considering, yeah, considering he was spotted outside as well, exiting secret. Sharpshooter though. 1v2, he has the HP advantage to work with. Oh, C4 planted. There's one player still on the outer side. The bullet is
Oh my god!
Oh! He almost got him!
Blunder, they lose this round. Oh my god. I mean, me as an observer, me as a viewer, it just stings me that he missed shot that up close and personal where no one can miss any type of shots. He missed him, and Sharpshooter just turns around and clutches it. Even Sharp knows he's lucky to win that round, but still, it's just gifted to them. And this is where the downfall begins. The demise begins of WahWah.
Yeah, and it wasn't just the duel against Bullet that's gonna sting. It was Freaky as well. Freaky had the upper hand. He had the edge in that duel. A Sharpshooter was caught looking in the wrong direction, and yet he whiffed those shots. 4-2, WahWah forced on another reset, and look at the amount of utility logged into Hutch. This is going to be a complete shutdown. Sharp with 3 kills, Bloody finding the 4th, and Skofik with the last one. 5-2. PB, they finally have the edge that they wanted. And what will WahWah do to answer back? Things are not looking good anymore.
It indeed's not. 5 rounds on the board, back to back. This time, as I mentioned, you cannot disrespect PB like that. Ancient was one, but Nuke is sort of like the common ground, so PB's gonna feel a little bit more comfortable considering they're starting things off on defense. It's a bit more easier to hold things on defense over here. Look at Angelo, off angle. He's definitely gonna find at least 1 or 2. But there's only one man towards the outskirts. Angelo needs to be a little bit more patient in the approach. Unfortunately, he gets smoked out by his own teammate. I'm not exactly sure why that was, but I think so. That's a little bit of a miscommunicating move.
It might be just to throw off the opposition, but let's see. Sharpshooter, it seems like the CTs on the A side are prepared for an A hit anytime. Dynamite still holding radio room quite comfortably. He's a little bit aggressive, and a jump peek from Freaky to check him, and Dynamite can't even react to it.
Look at the weapon that he used, a UMP. It's been a while since we've seen that weapon in action. It's been out of mana for a while, but he still decides to use that. And it's Muchi. The side is able to find these kills. Bloody with a 2K. That too, a crucial one. Pulled out the Tech 9 because he ran out of bullets in the M1. Went broken. Skofik. He hears that fake tap, and Skofik's gonna find the timing. No, blunder from Skofik. He shouldn't have done that. He thought that the plant's being stuck, so he went for the pre-fire. But OK got the exact advantage and awareness that he needed with those pre-fires.
Oh man, both of them ended up whiffing so many shots from the spray. But okay, still finds the one kill of the round. But Park Boys, I mean, all the hard work of a few rounds prior does pay off. A decent buy in this round to work with. It's just... no one I thought I saw just Deagle on these players, but it's a full buy across the board. Doesn't matter. Angelo on the outer is going to be picked off. Scoffy sees the shadow. Is going to be prepared for the duel. And a slow drop from OK. He falls, finds the second bullet out of the picture as well. 3v3. Then to a 2v3 now. CT is with the numbers disadvantage. And Dynamite, the aggression towards Hut, finally paying off.
Oh my god, no way. Yeah, as I mentioned, that initial round where the man was able to pull off a 1v2 executor, that in itself, it was a demise for the side of WahWah. And Bloody is of course going to have so much confidence after a clutch like that. Even Scoffix feeling himself, even he's playing really good. Sharpshooters also on the same page. Angelo is doing a great job providing that support. Dynamite being the ideal, making good calls. The amount of resistance the players of WahWah are facing, they're just not able to find any type of good footing on the site. So many issues in one single round can be spotted, and those issues are still not being ironed out. And look at this, Scoffix once away gets away with murder. This is the problem.
Yeah. But I mean, PB, can they keep this going on T side as well now? That is the question that I'm asking myself. On the CT side, at least things a little easier. That hero AK still in play. Trying to approach this ramp area with no utility, no flashes. It's going to be tough. And Dynamite finding the first freaky damage as well. Easy kill for Angelo to secure. Yeah, it's over this round.
Yeah, I know. It's a hunt. The players of PB, they're on a purge. Oh. And then there's another man in the back lines. This is a little bit off, but he throws the M1 in the front too. No way! Both of them are missing a lot of shots. But Skullpicker wins it. Oh, so scrappy in the end. He just throws the M1 outside because he had ran out of bullets. Instead of switching, just throw it away.
Well, 7-3. Last two rounds of this half. Last few opportunities for WahWah to get the fourth round on the board. It's not going to be easy for sure, considering they don't have a lot of economy to work with. Still, those Galils in play. 3 AKs in hand, though. And Park Boys, I mean, were they hoping for Nuke or Mirage as their first map? Now, that is another important question that's left to be answered. But a lot of damage on the players looking to cross out, and all of them are extremely low. 1 nade, 3 kills can be secured, but it's gonna be WahWah who kicks things off. Nice little kill secured on Bloody.
Still understand why they're going for these repeats over and over again. Ego, complete ego being showcased from WahWah. But once again,
yeah,
I guess somewhere down the line they know that this matchup really does not even matter anyways. So that's why they're just playing for maybe practice, or they're maybe playing as a scrim. But still, I mean, you can use these type of points for your improvement in the future. Just find out what type of mistakes you made, and yeah, it'll be better for you when you move in the Super 6.
I mean, I do agree with that. I think that they are just taking things extremely lightly, maybe. But also, PB, the players individually are playing extremely well now all of a sudden. Sharpshooter, Bloody, and Scoffix, especially on that outer side, has been an absolute menace and nuisance for WahWah to deal with. But let's see, I mean, second half, if they win this last round, if they end up swapping 8-4, maybe WahWah winning the pistol round in the second half can bring themselves back.
UMP once again. I don't understand. What's with Freaky and UMP? He's got that old relation with it. Weapon's been out of meta for a while, but Freaky still wants to go with it. Respectable. You know what? I like that. Bring some of that variety in the board.
Yeah.
You can't keep on doing the same stuff over and over again. Understandable. Angelo towards the sites. He's just waiting for the players to pop out. Somewhere down line, they've got a clue that it's a massive hold towards A. Smoke's gonna fade away, revealing the door. And if the door's opened up, it'll reveal the intentions.
Nice flash.
He's out. And the players are now starting to pop out through the door, but it's a complete mode down. It's a full stop on the take. No one can have the chance to move inside of the site, and just like that, a 9-3 have to conclude in the favor of PB.
Yeah, quick execution of the T's right inside of her. A crossfire, brilliant crossfire already set up by the side of PB on that A side. And I think it was important for Angel as well, as he dodged the flash, found the first kill, allowed his teammates sitting on top of Rafters and on top of Hut to get the other two. But now side swapped, pistol round if they win this. Park Boys, they can end this map very quickly. Double digits will be there. And of course the advantage of having a stronger economy going into the next round. It's an all-out commitment to ramps again. They have one flash to work with. It's going to be popped, but were any of the CTs flashed out? That's the question. Alright, one of them was. We do see the blood splatter all the way in hell.
Oh, I mean, they've already found a lot of map control. PB.
Yeah.
This is exactly what happened to the PB in the previous map of Ancient. And now, it's karma hitting the players of WW.
Let's see. Ooh, nice kill from Dynamite. Finds Executor. They have the upper hand in terms of numbers, but here's the trade from Bullet. C4 is still not on side, but Dynamite opening those double doors finds another one. And WahWah, I think, still not able to decide where the C4 is being taken. Finally, the plant initiated on B side. Dynamite hides some sort of backup on two double doors, but is going to be needed on the site itself, and ends the round with an impressive 3K. And there it is, double digits on the board, 10-3. PB with a very massive lead in this game already. And WahWah, are they going to go for a force? This is going to be too risky. Oh, they are going to go for a force buy. And Park Boys, if they don't account for this, if they are caught off guard, if they are surprised, oh, this is going to be so tough. But it's an exciting round as well for the game.
It indeed is. Once again, quick push. 10-3 being the scoreline. This round should be in their hands as well, but a force buy from WahWah can catch him off guard. And for Dynamite, still looking forward to explore the site a bit more towards Silo. There's no one, so he can still move on. Just goes for a random spray as well towards Garage. Not gonna catch any hurt. Any of the players in the front. Ooh, wanted to go for that headshot abuse right there. Gets spotted, but Bullet is the one to come out on top. Even though he had the advantage, still Bullet snapped him up and folds him down. This Deagle, it's already tasted blood, and now it's going to be even more deadlier.
Yeah. They're making this force buy work. 53 seconds on the clock. PB running out of time slowly and steadily. No utility. Well, not enough utility to take ramp control away from the side of WW. It's going to be difficult for them to challenge this. And another kill with that Deagle. Bullet going big. Angel and Sharpshooter out of the picture. 3v5. WahWah, they have the upper hand. And if there's any way WahWah recover those AKs, it's going to be such a bad position for PB to D and B. Bullet finally shut down. Is that enough? Oh, this is big. Side control.
Oh, the planner stopped. Big. PB. They might just crack under that pressure through the smoke. He finds that. And yeah, it's Muji. He saves the day for WahWah for another round. I mean, once again, PB, it was a big blunder being made by them. And now, considering the economy is going to be quite bad, they will need to pull out the upgraded pistols. But they're still going to book it everything onto this round as well. Look at them. All the players onto Deagle. Some are downline. PB, they're being a little bit cocky. But let's hope for the best.
They have a 6-round advantage to work with, so I think they have earned the right to be cocky themselves in this game. On the other side, incredible from the side of WahWah, as you mentioned, too much pressure on PB, and they crack indeed. In that last moment, I think they tried to body block the planter as well. Weren't really successful, but Angel, the first casualty of this round. WahWah finding a comfortable opening to kick things off.
Indeed. The engine's trained. It's ready. It's just waiting for someone to peek out. 2 men in the front. Bullet looking for to escape from this entire death trap, but he still gets caught midair. Dynamite's able to shut down the man who was putting up some sort of resistance. Now Bullet himself will need to back away. The Deagles that tasted blood, it's not going to be that easy to shut him down. OK messes up massively. And now out of nowhere, the possibility to clutch this out are huge.
Oh, but Dynamite. So much aggression. He fails. And there's the last kill. Dynamite, I mean, that aggression towards Radio Room, I don't know if it was needed. Could have just followed up, helped his teammate get on site, and maybe then fallen back towards Ramp to take the fight. But the players splitting up, isolating the fights, making it easier for WahWah to come out on top. Although the investment into the last round not paying off means WahWah, they have an opportunity to convert another one for themselves. Just 3 Tech 9s to work with and a Deagle. For Park Boys, no utility. Well, just one flash.
Well, all the players just gathered up in lobby. Good pop flash to pop out of the sights. It's going to be a mowdown as expected. There's no way they stand a chance. And that's what was meant to be as well. PB, they knew that they're going to get mowed down anyway, so it's just better to walk out on the site. And now PB, they're going to have better buys. AKs in the hands, and this is where PB will showcase that real gameplay.
Yeah, and they need to shut down WahWah right now. Otherwise, WahWah is going to, well, they will have almost made a comeback in this game, because look at the economy. It has started to stabilize. That free round in that free previous round puts them in a much better position now. Did not lose a single player. That was the best case scenario for Park Boys, I believe. That was what they were trying to do, just pop flash into the site, find a few kills for themselves, but wasn't really the case. Trade flashes on towards outer. They are expecting that counter aggression from the CT side, but a duel for control room. Bullet coming out on top. Not really how Park Boys thought. We're gonna kick things off in this round.
Still pullable. Oh, mistake being made though. A 2v5. Man gets spotted towards connector. He looks back. Dynamite faces resistance from the site. And yeah, out and over, all the pieces of the puzzles, they're now starting to fall into place. Good round from WahWah. On the CT side, even they're looking quite comfortable. It is a CT-sided map, though, so it makes sense.
Yeah. Apart from that, I mean, Park Boys with how they start things off on the pistol round. I did not expect WahWah to be able to bring themselves back in this comfortably. Look at the amount of money they have in the bank now. Another reset for Park Boys. 3 Eagles to work with this round.
On the opposition, though, CTs, they've got all the AKs on the board.
Yep.
Yeah, Pack Boys, the lead's starting to fade away, and I'm pretty sure Pack Boys, even they're going to be in a bit of a bad situation, bad mental, I'd like to say. That's not good. Good flashes. Players, once again, they start to flood outside the hut. The spray keeps on continuing, but the Tech 9 finds the kills. Angelo on the side, he almost empties it out, but it's really not going to matter.
They find 2 kills at least, but that's not going to be enough. Already, the lowest amount of cash that's there on WahWah is 4,000 on Executor. WahWah in such a good position in this match. Margin for error also available in terms of getting buy after buy, 2 rounds back to back. On the other side, Park Boys, important buy round. This can result in the equalizer being brought on board for the side of WW. They again want to make the same play. An early duel in control room and then maybe a follow-up from Hut. A lot of utility exchange on that A side. Here comes
Oh
the push.
no. The op and the AK combination towards ramp. It falls down, but Angelo with a 2K returns back. That's massive.
Important
If
kill.
PB are able to win this round, this is going to prove out quite massive for them. But it's not
Yeah.
going to break the mental, neither the economy. So still for PB, the woes will keep on continuing. The threat will still be there, but at least it can be a bit of a sigh of relief. Insmoochie wraps around from the back, gets the kill, instantly backs away, fiddling around with the enemy mines. The man almost could have been caught fading away. Angelo left all by himself, the young prodigy from the side of PB to try and do anything, but he gets denied.
Oh, the late look on towards out. It just shuts down everything. All signs of hope just snatched from the hands of Park Boys. Wow, wow, what an incredible move from Insmoochie. Look at that, Park Boys forced to take a timeout as instead of 5, there are just 4 of them left.
Rough luck.
Yeah.
One man missing. He will be back soon though. Sharpshooter has been playing really well. I mean, look at the players from the side of PB. All of them, they've got equal kills. But if you look
Yeah.
at their deaths, even they're quite equal. So once again, the main issue is on the CT side, they were able to play it really well. On the T side, they're just not able to get anything done. And that's why the death count is so much higher.
Oh man, I mean, such a tough position for Park Boys to be in. Had a 6-round, 7-round advantage at the start of the second half, and even after winning the pistol, it wasn't enough. Wow, wow, what a brilliant comeback in this matchup. Absolutely phenomenal. There goes the tactical timeout. Bloody still not back. If it's a 4v5, then WahWah, they are going to try to end this as quickly as possible. Just put Park Boys out of their misery and walk away with a quick 2-0 on their last day of play.
Bloody missing. And Bloody's one of the big pieces of the puzzle as well. That's currently missing.
Yeah, true.
So he needs to be back. In order to have any type of succession, Bloody needs to be back in the game. So, yeah, this resistance that they're probably going to be facing, it's not good. Maybe for the future, they can try and double up. But for now, yeah, I mean, Pack Boys, they're just pulling out all the timeouts they've got left over.
I think they're going to run out of tactical timeout soon. Might be the second last one that they have. I want to see what OK can pull off with this op. And where is he going to play? In fact, multiple options for him. Can position towards ramp, can play outer. Can get a little too aggressive towards Hut as well. We've seen that before on A side. Do you think he's going to be back before PB run out of their timeouts?
Only time can answer such question. And for now, it's a tech pause, Johnny.
Yeah.
Yay. It's going to be here for at least like 10 minutes. So, yeah.
I think that is the official duration as well, according to the rule book for a tech timeout. But let's see. Can't really do anything about this. I mean, we have to wait for Bloody. And this is the last map of the day.
Oh,
The
Johnny,
last
you
series
know?
on broadcast. There's one more matchup tomorrow that's happening off air, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be Come Mid against Mystic.
Is it tomorrow?
Yeah, it is tomorrow.
Yeah, 2nd
Wait,
February.
no. Is it tomorrow? No, it's supposed to have happened yesterday.
Yeah. Maybe it
My
did
apologies.
happen
Today's the
offline.
last day. Yeah.
Still haven't gotten the results for that matchup, so once again, we're not exactly sure. But whatever the results are, one thing we know is that we're in a tech pause for now.
Oh man. The longer Bloody stays out of it, I think the more and more eager WahWah are going to be to jump back into the game. They just want to end this as quickly as possible, and especially now that they realize that they have a massive advantage to work with inside of this game in terms of the economy. Just one round separating the two sides, and this can potentially be one of the last few buy rounds for the side of PB, depending on how they manage their economy in the next few.
I mean, once again, you got to realize one more thing, and that is that, you know, maybe PB are doing this on purpose. They want to get the players of WahWah's hands cold.
Yeah, they want to get them frustrated or what?
Yeah, it's a mind game. You know, we've seen this happen a lot of the times during the tech pause. Before the tech pause, the team's doing good, and then after the tech pause, the team just starts, you know, fumbling down. Maybe.
This is a very interesting way to shut down a team's momentum. But hey, enough of our random conversation. Bloody is back.
Well, oh,
And he goes again.
why did you say that?
My bad, Necro, sorry.
Bloody's not
Didn't
back.
realize. Yeah, he's not back anymore.
He was never here. But I guess the players are getting ready. We see them switching off the knives and stuff. So I guess we're going to be jumping inside of the game soon. WahWah, they're going to have the advantage now. They will be looking good soon enough. This tech pause is also burning out slowly and steadily. And PB, they're just trying to make something happen out of nothing.
I think there's still a little bit more time left for the side of PB, especially with the tech pause, because they haven't really taken any pauses even in the first game itself. So they have a lot more time remaining. I think they're going to use it to the max, hoping that their teammate returns as quickly as possible. Because as you mentioned, I mean, he's going to be very important if PB want to close this last match out with a win.
I mean,
He's facing
PB,
some connection issues because he's there.
I mean, he's right there. Maybe he's not able to connect in the server.
Yeah. Oh, I think he's back.
He is?
No.
Their hands are getting cold. WahWah, Bullet, and Freaky missing. No.
So
Maybe
we're
all
losing
this
two players
time.
from the side of.
Maybe all this time
WahWah.
it was Bullet and Freaky.
Yeah. I don't think so. I think we still saw them in the server. What are you talking about?
I'm trying to create one of those anime stories, you know? Like, you think that, oh, it's this, and then at the last moment you find, no, the person who we trusted the most was the traitor. Classic anime approach to a CS2 game.
Did you say traitor or trader?
Traitor, but in the accent, you say traitor.
Yeah, I mean, it is also CS, so could be trading skins.
Maybe. But, I mean, I've only got some sand dunes.
Oh.
Some
okay, I
safari
have
mesh,
nothing.
sand dunes. All that includes dust on it. That's what I've got. And that too?
Everything's battle scarred.
Yeah, exactly. That too, battle scarred. Do you want it?
Well, let's see what WahWah want this time, or maybe PB. They've gained access to Secret quite easily, but OK is waiting for them on the other
Oh,
side with the
no.
orbit. There's the first kill to start things off. The Molotov is going to stop them in their tracks. A nice way for WahWah to kick things off.
Yeah, well, I mean, they've been kicked in the face with this op. And Sharpshooter being taken down. WahWah feeling good. 4v5. And at this point, the players of PB just looking forward to abuse anything that they can get their hands on. Just trying to explore a little bit more of those territories. Where are the flashes, my man?
Oh.
Still goes for that dive peek. And he comes out on top. That's huge. Dry peek against the op. He connects the crucial headshot. And now Bullet might just be caught off guard. He could have been, but he still wins that duel. A 4v3. PB in a big disadvantage. A-side can't fall in their hands because Scarfix found the heaven control, and he should be able to just astonish the players at the front lines. He almost could have, but what a great headshot. The man behind vents, he catches him, but even he gets spotted out soon. A 2v1, bloody, going for the plant, and the man in the front's gonna peek out, but unfortunately he should have went for the commit. He stops the plant from going down. He moves back towards Silo, gets the plant down, and now it's a 1v1 on the site. He's trapped, he cannot even back away. It's awkward, bloody, just trying to play around the silos. Even the man moves in from the hunt. He finds the first, and this is going to be a clutch. The second man's way too low. Bullet, I highly doubt is going to be able to do anything, but no! He still wins it with low HP.
I mean, even I agree with you, Necro, even I thought it was going to be down to Smooche. And as soon as he went out, Bullet, which is 19 HP, not a lot of expectation, one shot to the chest, and he would have been out of the picture, but no. That perfect headshot with the M4 just ending everything down for Bloody in that final few moments. But they always, I mean, Dynamite, huge props to him with how he got off from the rope. That was an important kill. And BOYZ, I think their plan was to throw off WahWah with a fake on that B side, and they got quite deep on that B side. They wanted to work with it, but it was impossible. The nade does a lot of damage, but still the kills are there for PB. They find the opening on this A side, the quick execute. Played perfectly.
Oh, big, but not anymore. I thought the plant could be stopped, and maybe the planter can be snuffed out through the smoke, but no. And now Bullet. Ooh, good flick. He connects the first headshot.
Solo.
Dink shakes his aim. But Sharp shakes Bullet's whole world.
Finally, they have one more on the board. 11 to 10. The game extremely close. It feels like I feel an overtime coming, Necro.
OT?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Who do you think is going to win this?
No, I mean, the amount of money WW's got, they're only going to be having that much amount of money to buy for the upcoming round. And then after that, economy tumbles down. And in my calculations, if they're right, PB should be able to win this. And now somewhat downline, WW, they're going to start making these overcommitments, which they cannot back up that properly. Sharpshooters in the back lines. He manages to catch two. PB. Big mistakes. And that's why, once again, WW, they catch it back up to the pace, and they're probably going to find the equalizer. It's a 1v4. Angelo, he's going to try his best to stop them, but still it's going to be next to impossible. As I mentioned, PB, they're just going to have money to buy for this round. This round fails, they will have money to buy for the upcoming round, and then it's done. For WW, this round was crucial, and they do somehow find the timings and they win it. So WW in general with the big advantage.
I think PB, they're going to try and take this into overtime, maybe. WW, they have the economical upper hand as well. Timing, Necro. It's going to be a little bit of aim involved as well. Freaky again had the upper hand in the duel, but still ends up whiffing. But kudos to Freaky and Smooche that they on towards out. They heard so much commotion, so many footsteps when all of the T's were entering secret, but Freaky just timing the peak perfectly, finding those important kills on stairs. The play completely shattered. There's the equalizer once more. Oh, and everything committed for this round, I believe. I see that up on Angelo.
Once again, for Angelo to actually find a lot of value, WahWah need overcommitment. And we don't see that happen that much. WahWah, they're playing this one quite tactically sound. And for it to activate the CTs, they need to make some mistakes. But even OK's op is ready and trained towards the outskirts. Just waiting for someone to walk in his crosshairs, but I highly doubt that's going to happen. Bullet spam around the corner, gives his position away, but it's completely fine. PB playing it slow and steady. That's what happens. When you buy op, you can just never force any type of rounds to rush up. You need to play slow with the op. You need to make sure that the opper's finding the initial connection, and then only the push can actually happen. If the opper's not able to find that, well then rely on the AKs once again and just hope that the opper's going to be able to do good in up close and personal combat, which is highly likely cannot happen, but sometimes it does.
Let's see Bullet pressing towards ramp. Off angle, close right.
Oh, look at the rotation, Johnny. They're ready. They're ready towards B, towards A, I mean.
Yeah, they are ready, but so are the CTs. It's going to be a failed attempt, because look at the spray down. He finds the first freaky, looking for one more, allows his teammates to get that one in the back, and Dynamite, all of a sudden, the last player left, and he's stuck inside hut. As I said, the CTs, they were prepared for this execute. Nothing that can be done about this now. The smoke dissipates, and along with that, Dynamite fades away as well. That's the map point for WahWah. One step away from closing out this map with a win. What a comeback, to be honest.
Yeah, they still have money, but Angelo's got none, so that means this time the op's not going to be there. And once again, even if it was there in the previous round, they were just not able to do anything. As I mentioned, WahWah is not one of those teams that's going to give you the peaks that easily. They will wait patiently. They're quite tactically sound. So, yeah, going for the op in the first place on the T side against WahWah was not really that good of a move. Maybe on Mirage it could work out, but on Nuke it's really tough. Oh, the man jumps on top of
Important jump from Executor.
And he will just start gathering all these kills. He's going to be the Soul Collector, the Grim Reaper. And it's New G with the 5-7. Even he's looking forward to catch at least one of the players off guard. It's done, Johnny.
Yeah. It was over when they allowed Executor to get on top of Hut. I mean, instantly finds the first kill, and there was so much commotion, so much utility lob on towards side, the flashes, all of the nades and the Molotov that I believe the players from the side of BOYZ weren't really able to listen to the footsteps carefully, resulting in that easy first kill handed to Execute. And again, WahWah, what a comeback!
Yeah.
They were sitting there with such a massive disadvantage at the end of the first half, and yet when the game ends, they are the ones sitting there with a win.
I mean, once again, CT decided for the finest on the map of Nuke. You can't really do a lot on Nuke with the op unless you're moving in from the outskirts. That's it. On the outside, maybe you can find some value, but usually, just look at this way, right? If you're trying to go for an execute towards the side, directly hit, a direct hit, you're never going to find any value with the op because all the duels are going to happen in close quarters. Maybe in the retake scenario, if you're a T that's holding down the C4, then yes, you can definitely find the advantage with the op. But if you're looking for to execute the site, the op in close contentions, it's never going to work out against an AR. So in general, the op investment in the hands of Angelo, it was quite hefty, and it sort of bite him in the back later on.
Yeah, and well, what an interesting game, what an interesting series between these two teams. A good start from the side of BOYZ, but not able to hold on to that advantage. MVP of the series, well, we have Smooje. Definitely an incredible showing from this individual, I have to say. Quite impressive today.
Without a doubt, with the KD of 1.61, ADR of 213, and average kills per map of 22.5. In Smooth G, he performed pretty well for WahWah. Usually, as I mentioned over and over again, you do not really see In Smooth G on the MVP board, but this is the first time he's been able to perform so well against that too, a team that's been dominating the overall rankings. Now, on the opposite side, it's going to be Dynamite from BOYZ with 1.06, the ADR of 198, 16.5. There's a big difference in the stats here.
Yeah, look, big difference between the two players, but Dynamite, I mean, has been phenomenal for the side of BOYZ as well, so nothing taken away. He is also an incredible individual, a lot of talent for this young man, but I think BOYZ, as we mentioned at the start of the day, not a lot to lose from this loss today. They still I believe, get to move forward to the Super 6. Let's confirm if that is actually true. Let's have a look at the leaderboard and see which 3 teams move forward to the Super 6. And here we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Commit moving forward as the first seed to represent Pakistan. We have the second seed, WahWah, and as the third team to qualify, BOYZ.
One single series brought down BOYZ to the 3rd spot, but hey, as long as you're
Yeah.
going to make it inside of the Super 6, that's all that matters. Now, as I mentioned, seeding matters as well, so considering CM's going to be on the 1st, they will sort of have some sort of advantage or maybe disadvantage, considering there's also a first seed from the Indian side. Maybe these 2 teams can be matched up. It will be an interesting matchup to witness in the first place. But then on the second, it's going to be WahWah, 3rd, BOYZ. All the teams from the side of Pakistan region, they're quite skilled, and the same thing can be said for the Indian region as well. They are equally matched.
Exactly, and it's going to be exciting to see what happens once the Super 6 actually begins, considering it's going to be a LAN event in Malaysia. And of course, the legends are yet to be announced. We just have 2 legends that have been announced, Freiburg and Guardian, who are going to be drafted to a few of these teams, and I wonder who the other 4 legends are going to be.
Oh, wow. I mean, we'll be able to find that out on the socials, yeah, and just to make sure to follow the socials as well, even ours, and also the Blast socials, and also Nodwin Gaming. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for us to take a leave. You guys have a good night. Peace.